All right. Hello, surprise stream. Unless you paid close attention on the last one. Let's go ahead. Let's get this announced. Move this up here actually. Today, we're going to be doing a watch party, the World Drill Championships. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. Let me post a lot of this information around real quick while you guys hop on in. And at the end of this stream, I'm going to be doing a live registration. I'm going to register personally for the World Drill Championships, me and my tandem partner. So, very excited to be here. Very excited to have a digital drill and chill. What's up, Parker? Thanks for tuning in. That was fast. Doing a World Drill Championships Q&A today. Very excited. We're going to have a little watch party. Let's get some lo-fi. Lo-fi's the vibe. Just got the sling from the bounty. Awesome. Thanks for participating in the bounty. Hopefully they'll come back. I think they'll come back, but I'm going to have to figure out some sort of like marketing push on that. But today we're going to do, this is pretty cool here. I filmed in 360 all the drill stuff from the last competition. Preliminary round and medals round. So we're going to go kind of showcase a sampling of World Drill Championships. And sorry, I'm up here on my other screen posting this information to the Facebook group. Give me just a second. Hello, I'm doing a surprise drill and chill themed around World Drill Championships to live 2021 WDC event. Ask questions about it. Live registration at 11. Alright, posted there. Hey Julian, welcome in. Deshaun, welcome in. Hey Adam. Yo, awesome. I can't wait to see you get that maroon sling. That's going to be a really big accomplishment. I just had one out the other day. I was spinning with it. They were like so nice to look at. You're going to love it when you get it. So keep that up for sure. Alright, I changed my mind on the lo-fi. Drum and bass is the mood. If I kept lo-fi on, I would just kind of like drift off. Here we go. All right, let's get into some of these videos. So, all right, this is a, obviously it's drill and chill, digital drill and chill. We're going to be doing, this is a 360 video here. So I get a click and drag and kind of control. So how it works is that there's two pads here. There's one pad on this side and one pad on this side. So we're going to kind of switch back and forth on which sides we're going to be looking at. And feel free to comment along. I mean, this is just a watch party, so we're going to have a good time here. Just enjoying this, seeing what it's like, you know. So this is in support of the World Drill Championships. It is the event that keeps me in it and keeps me in drill. Keeps me fit every year. And if you haven't seen any of this stuff, this is super cool. Just the best of the best. Which, I say that, but in reality, it's like, it is the place to be for all drillers. You don't actually need to be like the best of the best of the best to do this, right? It's open registration. So, you will find the best of the best here, or at least 90% of them, given the year, you know, whatever year it is. But what it really is a chance to showcase with the community here, right? So, like, we've got a lot of, like, street elite over here. We got a couple of, like, post-high school drillers over here. I'm around somewhere getting ready for my performance. And, yeah, so you'll have these prelims going on here in the Ocean Center. And, yeah, we're just going to sit here and watch it like it's WDC 2021 all over again. We're just chilling watching Oscar. I love the under the leg stuff. The back rolls, always a favorite. Yo, what up, Ludwig? Yeah, no, my schedule is just what my schedule is, so I figured I wouldn't announce it. I was just going to do a little quick drill and chill kind of thing here. I scheduled it briefly at the end of the last stream, but I was like, I don't want to mark it around. I got to keep my schedule open. But it works out. Schedule allowed me to do it, so here I am having a cool little drill and chill, watching over the World Drill Championships. So you see, like, drops happen, and that's one thing I do want you guys to take from this while you're watching. If you've never done the World Drill Championships, drops happen, and it's just like, if you felt nothing as the viewer, like, that's kind of the vibe. It's just like nothing negative, at least. We're all just here to enjoy Oscar doing some weird stuff, right? Like, crazy weird stuff. Actually, it's my Coast Guard polo. Oh, you got the dojo polo today. Yeah. No, isn't that awesome? I got a little hookup with an embroidery shop at the mall, so I get them embroidered there for like $9 a pop. It's awesome. So Oscar specifically requested to go first because he's just like, I'm gonna be nervous. It's not gonna be a great show, but it is a great show. I want to like stress that it's enjoyable drill, but like it's gonna be a little bit of slap. So he requested to go first to ensure he could have a good time without having to worry too much about like finals or performance or whatever. So you have those options and availability to like just enjoy yourself here at the World Drill Championships. And if you really enjoyed this in high school, you'll really enjoy this as an adult. In fact, you'll enjoy it so much more because there's a lot of opportunity out there, a lot of drill companies, a lot of drill get-togethers, a lot of drill community, right? And so I'm here at 31 years old. And a lot of my friends don't have a lot of community left. They really don't. Once you're out of high school, once you're out of college, like that sense of community kind of turns into like workplace. And when you hang out with workplace friends, you end up with workplace discussions, and it's not like fun. So, you're going to spend more time in your workplace than you will at home with your significant other or with your dog or doing the things that you enjoy doing. And that's just kind of the reality of it. So having an outlet like drill for your entire life and a community like drill. You can see Andres over there. I went and visited him 3 months ago. The amount of traveling I've done, the opportunity I've had. Good job, Oscar. And every single person who steps on this pad will tell you the same thing. I co-coached with him. This was one of my students he comes to enjoy. This was one of my students. This was one of my students when I was coaching. Like, you get to watch people grow, and it's amazing. It's truly like a great opportunity. So if you guys have questions about the World Drill Championships, let me know. I'm here for it. I've done it. I think I have the longest running like my streak. I broke it intentionally in 2019, but I did 11 years straight, 10 years straight. Like, it was crazy. Oh, Ludwig, I just got your message on Facebook. I just checked it. But you got it, so smiley face. Also, anyone can ask me anything about Rocket League. I love Rocket League, and I can talk about it forever. We got warm-ups going on over here. What do you think was my best routine? All right, so I think, obviously, from a showmanship perspective, 2016 is the one I'm known for. And I love that routine. So when I did 2016, I was like, all right, I'm going to put in everything that, like, defines me. It was also one of my worst placements. It's definitely in my bottom quartile. So from whatever perspective that you're kind of taking, that's my favorite one to watch. Even though it's sloppy, even though it wasn't very good, from, like, a military drill perspective, it was the first time I think like 8 tricks were showcased on the drill floor. From a militaristic standpoint, I think. Well, so this last year I went ceremonial, and that was moving forward. I won't say I'm retired from competitive drill, but my performances will either be like themed or tandems. My tandems are just going to be to throw numbers at the tandem pad. But my solos, I'm going to go every other year, and they're all going to be themed for something. So they might be competitive, they might not be competitive. But they're going to be shows and not competitive performances. So as far as shows go, last year I did ceremonial drill show. I was just coming out of the Coast Guard, and I wanted to showcase the best of that. But I also think, 2018 was when I podiumed, 3rd place. So that was a really solid one. But 2015 was probably what I consider to be my most well-rounded routine. And that was like bladed, New Guard America, very big tricks, very clean. I like 2015 a lot. I'm going to try and replicate the 2016 routine in a few years. Definitely do so. I would love to see a sharp version of that. That routine is, it was a little out of my skill level when I did it. So, yeah, the 2016 one is definitely... I still watch that, and, I hold my breath while I'm watching it. Because, there was such a sense of relief walking off the pad and being finished. Without having dropped. And I think one of the bigger blessings, sometimes you get blessings in life that are, they don't feel like blessings in the moment, but then you're like, oh, actually that bad thing is probably the best thing that ever happened. I missed out on finals by 1 placement, maybe 2, because it was either 5 or 6 that did finals. And at the moment I was like, man, this is not good. I wish I did finals. But to have a no drop performance on that one, no solid full complete drop, without having to tar it with another run through that I might not have been able to hit, kind of a blessing. I'm glad only one version of that routine exists out there. Yeah, I was first on the field, Ludwig. So it was so funny. My name got pulled first, and I was like, well, here we go. And by that point, I'd built a little bit of a relationship with, what up, Abdallah? Hello, Chu. How's it going? So I'd built up a little bit of a following with the judges, right? Same judges every year. So they're going to know who you are when you're doing it year after year after year. And going first, these judges have their strategies for their first show, right? Master Sergeant Ibarra marks 15 down the line. Whoever your first show is, to get middle marks. But when I walked out and did huge tricks and maxed out my difficulty, it was just they had the hardest time figuring out what to do with my scores, because I ruined whatever system they were running. Funniest judge comments. I don't usually get funny judge comments. In fact, I get the most frustrating judge comments, which are just excellent job, right? And so when you're getting 5th place and all you get is excellent job, you're just so what next? So probably, I guess 2016, where one of the judges remarked thanks for ruining my score curve. That's probably the best one. But as far as funny judge comments, there was a driller called Rick Caldwell back in, 10 years ago. And again, this is a small community, so we would do judging events and whatever. And he would leave the funniest comments on score sheets. And one time he just decorated the entire score sheet with do it better, do it better, do it better. All around, and he got in trouble. It was a legit competition. But he was a funny guy. Parker, recently I landed my first quad and quint aerials. I can't even imagine how nerve-wracking it is to throw 7. Yeah, so quad and quint, first of all, congratulations on quad and quint. Both of those are starting to stretch into pure strength territory and not just technique territory, so well done. But yeah, when it's up in the air and it's just spinning a million miles per hour, I gotta plug this guy in. What do I want to unplug here? All right, give me a second. This might cause... what do I want to do here? So I forgot to plug in my MacBook. I got it. Give me just a moment, guys. I had everything set up and then... Whoops. Alright, I'll be right back. Right. So in order to get my second monitor here, I got, you can do it through iPad. Let me set that up real quick. All right, cool. So now I got chat over here. Yeah, so fours and fives are like the maximum you can hit on technique alone. After that, it's all strength, but it's got to be spinning like really fast. You got to like absolutely torque it to hit it sixes and sevens. James, oh, how's it going, Tadayevsky? Keep doing great things for the activity, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into chat. It's good to have you here. If anyone has any questions they want to ask, like from instructor and judge perspective, you have experts in chat here. Ludwig, rolling with the low battery mode, life on the edge. Yeah, I wasn't going to make it 2.5 hours with that plugging this in. So it's all set now. Yo, what's up? How's it going, Wolfie? Welcome in. I'm like blanking on your actual name right now, but like welcome in. I know who you are to come back in here. And, great to have you. My tandem partner wants to do OTH exchanges, except I'm the only one that's going to be catching. Yeah. OTH exchanges are... Shoulder tosses are hard. OTH exchanges are like... Good luck with that. Have fun with that. Don't get hurt by that. They're exceptionally dangerous. In fact, in New Guard America, we used to have, and I never did this, but there used to be an exchange of like 4 tetrad, right? And they would all throw a triple OTH and then slide over to the next one and catch a triple OTH. And it was a 4-man rotation, right? They would like shift over and around. That was probably the one where more drillers got hurt than anything else. Also, this was one of my cadets. So if you end up coaching, if anyone ends up coaching, you get to have the wonderful pride of seeing someone that you've trained do a performance, and it's just, I love it. So this is Anthony Biasotti. He was my commander when I coached over at Dixie Hollins. Dominic, thank you. How big is the pad? At Nationals, the pad is 33 by 33. At Worlds, this is 40 by 40. So it's a little bit bigger for solo pads and tandem pads. Yeah, around 25-20. So 33 by 33 at Worlds, or at Nationals. And 40 by 40 here at Worlds. Which is more than enough. I think most of the time we struggle to find things to do while marching. Because it's so tempting to just like stand still and drill. But you definitely, if you're going to max out your points, you're going to have to do some marching stuff. He just learned the double OTH and wants to do it on everything. He tried doing it over someone else's Statue of Liberty to me. Whew. Okay, so double OTH exchanges are even worse than like triple OTH exchanges because like they just don't go high enough. I never racked up the nerve to do OTH exchanges. Although I just recently racked up the nerve for quad OTHs in order to get my black sling Dan levels. So OTHs are a lifelong struggle, not gonna lie. But make sure, like, if you're not comfortable doing OTH exchanges, tell your partner, like, hey, I'm not gonna do it. Like, easy as that, you know. Make sure safety comes first. This is one of those activities that's always walking on ice, because it's always so easy to like get hurt and get hurt pretty seriously. And we're very lucky that it doesn't happen very often. But just be safe for sure. Yeah, no worries, Dominic. For nationals, do you have to represent a school or can you represent yourself? You can represent yourself. Yeah, you can be an independent. So that's actually, if anyone remembers Independent Drill, just from a couple years ago, that was in the Patreon still reflects Independent Drill. And by the way, Secret Independent Drill project coming back. But Independent Drill got its name from independent soloists and independent teams. So that's just a fun little fact and tidbit. But yeah, you can register as independent. You can register with the school. For Worlds, you can register to like anything you want. Like you can make up a team name. Like, and if it's just you on the team, that's still fine. Like you can absolutely represent the fire-breathing dragons, right? And no one's gonna call you on it. You could be the only member of the fire-breathing dragons. But totally something you can do. Quad OTH. All you can muster is triple OTH on a good day. Yeah. No, when you get to that point of OTHs where you have to like bend down a little bit and then launch it up, you're just like, why am I doing this? What is even the point? But then once I got it, I was like, oh, I want to do this a lot more. But I got sick like 4 times between November and now, so I haven't been drilling very much. But I have been working with my tandem partner a bit, so not a lot. Honestly, I've probably put like 5 hours total towards the tandem. But at the end of this stream, maybe in between prelims and finals, I'll go ahead and do a live registration of my World Drill Championship tandem, and I can walk you through that process and show you how it goes and how easy it is. And I want to encourage as many people as possible to register. It's in Daytona, Florida, second week of April. It used to be the first weekend of May, but now it's like the Easter weekend in April, well this year, but April 14th and 15th. It's a good time. It's a really good time. I don't think you'll find any single person who goes to Daytona with the World Drill Championships who tells you it's a bad time. It is always a good time. So definitely do it, even if you are only throwing 4 or 5 hours of time towards your tandem or towards your solo. There's me. Here we go. It's Ludwig. He makes finals round. So this is a quality of your team that makes finals. You'll notice a lot of drillers go bladed, including like me over here, bladed. Here, I'm looking at 20. I'll watch that again. So, bladed drill is for 18-year-old and older high school graduates only. Like, do not be affiliated with the high school doing bladed drill. But in the world scene, it's very common and popular. But make sure you're doing it right. So, there's a lot of, like, there's going to be a little bit of a push come August to kind of train drillers how to drill safely with a blade. But you have to, like, dole out the tip and dole out the sides, and even experienced drillers have gotten major injuries with the bayonet, so be careful with that. But because it's like that much more dangerous, it does tend to like garner more points. So competitive performances tend to use bayonets. Alright, jamming my fingers is the worst way I've hurt myself, knock on wood. Actually, same here. I mean, I think I have some micro fractures in bones, but it heals. Registry is closed for nationals, I believe, tomorrow. That's why I'm doing it today. I know Worlds is tomorrow. For Nationals, I'm not sure, but I think Nationals is tomorrow as well. So if you are interested in registering, you have to do it tonight or tomorrow. For sure. Especially, I know for sure Worlds is tomorrow. And that is why I'm doing the stream tonight. There's no exact date for closure to solos, so do a day step. Oh, thanks, Ludwig. Going to JRTC Nationals in Daytona in April. Fantastic. I'll see you there. I actually have a booth this year, and it's going to be a really cool booth. You'll be able to do live test outs there. It's shared with a couple other orgs, so there'll be maybe some team performances and some pro drill and some warm-ups and some exercises and stuff. You're going to want to come by, check it out. I actually don't want to give you sneak previews of the slings. I want you guys to come over and see the slings, because they may not be available online, and I don't want people to know that they're missing out, but let me tell you, you're going to get a selection that you just can't get online. The slings I'm bringing, I'm about halfway through making them. You are going to be blown away by them. They're super awesome, super exciting, very special, and check out the booth there. And do a live test out. I wish you could come. Abdullah, what grade are you in? If you, yeah, just, what grade are you in? Missed the intro? That's okay, you got finals round. You'll get the intro and finals round, where I won't be bouncing back and forth. Parker, I'm trying to go to Daytona next year to compete for Nationals and just watch Worlds. That's definitely a good idea. You're not too far away. I remember kind of where you are. So, first of all, you're going to do really good. Second of all, when you do make it down, next year I'll be doing a solo. It didn't pan out this year because I want to do the tandem, but next year I'll be doing the solo. And we'll be able to, if you're still supporting on Patreon and everything, I'll be able to like get you situated and settled and like complete with your routine. Absolutely. But you are already like not just like good for a freshman, but just like good. Right? Like I don't need to add that qualifier of like good for a freshman. Like you are good as a driller. So if you keep it up even just a little bit, you're going to be mint. What if I drop out and over 18? I mean, yeah, don't drop out. I guess technically, like, you don't have to show a high school diploma to do it. We always say high school graduated to encourage, like, students to stay in. Like, you want your high school diploma, but you could. You could. I want my blue sling done after Nats and Worlds. So, those live test outs are a little bit easier, I think, than non-live test outs, because I don't really watch a lot of precision when I'm doing live test outs, so it's basically down to completion. You just can't drop. I kind of figure that if you do it with all the pressure on and you can't drop and a relative amount of sharpness, I might make you like redo tricks, but with a relative amount of sharpness, like you'll be able to hit it on a live stream with just enough takes. So this is such an insane routine. I think there's a drop in it, and like no, it's not. This is goalie. This is just an insane routine. Oh, okay. Worlds is the Worlds registration ends on the 31st. Thanks for letting me know. I will do another live stream then. That's what we get out of it. It's another live stream. Maybe we'll watch the 2020 selection. But either way, get registered. If you want to do Worlds, register now, feel the pressure, let it build up, and then go out and practice. Have a good time. Get it together. And again, you don't have to be super competitive. You don't have to show up and like crush and destroy. Just show up and meet the community. My first time drilling out the World Drill Championships, I got 22nd of 23. Like, by all counts, it was a bad show. But I left with literally friends that I met there who I am still friends with now. That was the year I met Andres Ryan. That was the year I met Matt Wendling. That was the year I met Sam Gozo. That was the year I met Constantine Wilson. That was the year I started talking with New Guard America, and that was the year that opened up literally all of my drill career. So you don't have to go out and like place high. You just have to go out and be friendly. And it'll change your life. Like for sure, for real, change your life. The sling plus the thickness of the M1 Garand makes anything out of a C set really awkward. Yes, completely agreed. M1 Garands are like, they're super duper thick. Not a great drilling experience for exhibition. Fun fact, I went to an Air Force JRTC unit from 2004 to 2008. And back then, the Air Force JRTCs all used M1 Garands. So my exhibition experience was all with M1s, and my first performance was with the Glendale M1. After that, I switched to 03, and it was a much better experience. 12 for Nationals medals. Okay, so it's not top 10, it's top 12 for Nationals. That's right, 6 from each box. Maybe smaller this year. Yeah, there's a lot of differences this year from other years, so we'll see how it ends up going. But it's a brand new format for Nationals and Worlds, so it's gonna be a different experience. You have state comp Saturday. Well, good luck, Dominic. I'm sure you'll do just fine. I don't know what state you're in, but I think most people who end up finding the Drill Dojo and end up finding, like, you know, watching and consuming World Drill Championship stuff and, you know, pay attention to the scene, they tend to do really well. So have a good time, you know, enjoy yourselves. Let me know if you get any trophies, you know, send a little message. I always love sharing in successes. Ludwig, you got last year first year? I think I remember that. Yeah, you were struggling on placements for a couple years, and then you were like finals round. It is one of those, you have to, nobody has won Worlds their first year on the pad, including Robbie Zyko. The only exception has been the first year it ever happened, where Chester won, because it was the first year it ever happened. So, like, obviously take out that 1 year. No one has ever won their first year that they won. So if you're thinking about registering for the first time, chillax, enjoy yourselves, find the community. Find me. I can tell you where to find the community, right? Again, been doing Worlds itself since 2009. So 13 years I've been going to Daytona, and I haven't missed 1 year except for COVID year, right? 2020. So I could tell you where to find people. I could tell you, like, the behind the Hilton and the drill areas and where everyone normally warms up, and et cetera, et cetera. Or we'll get you in contact with people who can actually show you stuff. Colorado stays on Saturday. Right. Enjoy. Have fun. Colorado's going to be a competitive state. I know a lot of, like, trainers who are getting booked for Colorado camps. So Colorado is going to be super competitive. You have states coming up next weekend. New format, MYs, yes. Let me see if you've been answered already. Yeah. So Nationals is now doing Army and Marine Nationals on Thursday. And then both Challenge and Masters and, like, another level on Friday and Saturday. With nothing on Sunday. But let me tell you, if you're booking hotels, stay for Sunday. My friend Naraya is, with his project, The Rifle Flow World Records, is sponsoring and setting up the Rifle Flow games. Basically, that's like the X Games for drill. And you want to be there. It's behind the Hilton on Sunday. Stay the extra day. You're going to actually have chances to win lots of money. He's sponsoring all the money himself through, like, what he gets on merchandise at the event. You can help. And that's where, like, you'll find a lot of that community. Right? So make sure you're staying through Sunday. And if you don't know where to go for that Sunday event, like, find me. I'll tell you. I'll be there. 100% I'll be there. I wouldn't miss that for anything. But you're going to want to go for rfworldrecords.com. You'll be able to find out the world records and see if you can break them. And then you have chances to break world records there. You'll have, like, it'll be like highest aerial, best trick, best flow, biggest cross plane, etc. Stuff like that. All right. I took first last comp I was in last time with 420 points, so average at 84 points per judge. I've never done, like, an average Don't they get like 300 points on a page? I'm not sure what scoring system you were using, but I know out in Colorado, they have a different setup. All right. And Worlds goes back and forth like this. This is like, you'll be struggling to keep up with everybody, but Finals is all like attention on one. Yeah, anyone out in the Fort Worth, Texas area, go on and get with Daniel. Daniel, welcome into to chat. Ethan, welcome into chat. I'm the first drill team commander my school has ever had, and I've been using your videos as the main source of info. Thank you, I really appreciate that. We're competing next month, and I'm very nervous. All right, dude, I'm going to give you the best competitive tip of your life. This actually works. So you're going to feel nervous a lot. We're running into drill competitions, and especially like right outside the pad. Verbally, out loud, tell yourself, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. The body feels like the same physiological response for nervousness and excitement. So by verbally saying it out loud, like your brain has to go through this chemical fluctuation, and it actually changes like your comfort level. And you can feel it. I'm like, just say it out loud now, you'll probably be able to feel it. I'm not nervous, I'm excited. Studies show that people who like physically say it out loud perform better on the same tasks than people who admit they're just nervous. Whether or not, even if they're forced to say it, whether or not that this is like an innate thing, they can be forced to say it, it still works. It's amazing. So, you're going to be awesome. You're going to be fine. You're excited, right? As of now, Nationals High School Drill Team Championship Solos isn't using a pool system, but there will still be a medal round. Okay, yeah, so judging is never a perfect situation or never a perfect circumstance. Unless you're literally doing like, we're going to eliminate last place each round, right? And you're doing like 30 rounds. So having, like, I guess what I want to like make sure people don't do is attach their self-worth to the number on the piece of paper. And to remind them that judging is good for getting people in general areas, but if you miss out on finals because you're like, you know, by a couple of placements, like that's not a reflection of your self-worth. It's a reflection of when this judge needed to use the bathroom, or when this other judge like got distracted and couldn't remember like, you know, what was going on in your routine, so they didn't accurately give you numbers. Judging is an imperfect thing. But having a finals round is always better than just kind of letting the numbers fall, in my opinion. I guess Wolfie is going to the meet that you're going to. That's fantastic. You guys should link up. You were in the Canyon City teaching. Okay, yeah. How does Naraya do that left-hand spin for so long? All right, so I don't know. Probably just being insane. Did you know the world record for push-ups is something like 15,000 push-ups nonstop? Like, some people are literally just built different. I think I could do like 200 left-hand spins. Naraya can just go and without stopping and never stops. Period. So I don't know what his secret is. He's just got one of those like bodies that are built in that way of like, I can take whatever. Like it regenerates like just as fast as it needs to. All right, I'm caught up on chat. Let me know if you guys have other questions. I wish I could like flip over the screen like 180 and like just kind of click back and forth, like a right click or something that would like flip it around. But I mean, there's also some other like, I would say like probably more often than not, it's a technique thing that separates the people who win the games versus the people who don't. Like Naraya is not like excessively built. but he was able to take down like Sam Gozo in his prime, who was excessively built. So he has a technique, and he's explained it to me, and I just can't replicate it. I just think it's like built a little different. But he has a technique that like helps him win, there he can like absorb it with his whole body rather than just his bicep. And, like his arm ends up hurting, but like his hand just never cramps up. Don't know why. But likewise, like I have techniques for my big aerials. Like I'm not the biggest guy, and to hit 6s and 7s, it's just like technique, like knowing exactly when to release and exactly where to put my hand. And I do things differently. Like I was sharing some of my technique with Matt Wendling, and he was like, "You do that?" And I was like, "Doesn't everybody?" He's like, "Nobody's ever like done that." I'm like, I don't know. So it's always just like something, right? It's we all have our like different strategies to get to where we're at, especially people who do things a little bit differently. Aw, I miss the ice in his veins. My worst drill injury I got in 10th grade. I got 6 staples right here. You can't see it. I got too much hair right now. But I got hit in the head with an M1 on a long toss. And I had to go get 6 staples. Oh, well, nothing's going on. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink. So yeah, 6 staples inside of my head. It wasn't that bad. I was back at drill practice. It was a Thursday. I was back at drill practice the following Tuesday. Went to nationals like 2 weeks later. I've been pretty lucky though. I've had like microfractures in bones, but I don't have medical insurance, so I've never been able to like get them checked out. I just wait until they heal. One time I had like 2 years of really hard drilling because of my wrist. Recently, I think I microfractured right here on an eye catch while I was sick because it still kind of hurts there. Wearing gloves helps a lot, so I get to absorb a lot of impact wearing gloves. I also don't like overdo it. If you stop when you're tired and only drill when you are like good, you're not going to get injured that much. But jammed fingers, so many. Bruises, so many. Little cuts, so many. Nothing too major, thank goodness. I had a black eye from a quint to the face that if you watch my 2016 video, you'll be able to see it. I have a black eye right actually this side. It's because I threw a quint and it was like angled back. I went out to go catch it. It just like smacked me right in the face. Nearly broke my nose. I'll see you at Nats next year, Abdallah. I haven't got any bad cuts. Worst I got was 2 days ago. Sprained your wrist on a doubles hell whip. Yo, on double hell whips, every time I do them, it like clips my thumb and like I sprain my thumb. Hell's whips are like one of my least favorite tricks. I've got to like throw them and just hope anytime I do it for like a video. Thanks, I love my 2016 routine as well. I would like to kind of replace that with something of equal caliber that's like much sharper, but that'll have to wait till next year. This year I'm just doing a tandem. But live registering halfway through between prelims and finals here. May I ask what white gloves you used for your last performance? Yeah. So, unfortunately, you're not going to like this answer. I got them on Base Exchange in Washington, D.C., at the Marine Corps Exchange. What is that base called? Whatever. It's the Marine Corps Exchange where the old guard is on. And they sell them unmarked and unbranded out of a bin. And we have asked what brand is this, and never gotten a straight answer. They're the best honor guard drill gloves, but we actually modify them by like putting clear, you know that thing that like the sealant for tile and stuff? We use clear version of that and makes it all grippy. And that's how the honor guard does it. Literally, we put that sealant on our gloves, and we use Q-tips to spread it around to make it even. And then we wait for it to dry. It's the weirdest thing. You love house whips? I had a student that I was coaching, Ethan Tinsley, and he loved house whips as well. And I've never seen someone do Z-planes like him. He really made it his own. So I think he's doing Worlds this year. Very excited to watch him, as always. He joined Street Elite. Very proud of him. So if Ethan's out there, you're a real one. What year do you think you performed the best while competing? So by the score sheet, definitely 2018. I don't remember my 2018 routine, to be honest. Most of my routines are fairly similar. I think 2013 was one of my better routines in general. But it was like, so 2013 I went out and I was like, okay, I'm tired of gimmicks, but I'm going to do every gimmick out there just to put them all in one routine and put an end to it, right? But I actually created a routine that I really liked, and I thought it was really sharp. Some judges agreed, 2 judges agreed, and 2 judges didn't. And so I ended up placing 5th because two judges placed me at like 1st and 2 judges placed me at like 10th. So that's the thing about taking chances. A lot of times you'll find your chances that you take pay off with a certain number of judges, but not all of them. In 2018, I got 3rd place to Alejandro Polino, and I lost by 2 points. One judge wrote down like 24 points for military flavor, and then erased it and wrote down 10 with the comment, "Didn't like your ending salute." 14 points and a whole placement because of he didn't like one thing I did, which was like the wrap it around my arm and like hand salute from there. He was like, "That's not military." I was like, "All right." So judging is not a perfect game. This judge will have a different first place and then this judge, and they will all have a different order of people. And we try and mitigate that by using a lot of judges, but like at the end of the day, like the one that wins, not always, but tends to be the one that's a little bit most milquetoast, where it's like everyone agrees it is really good, but there's nothing really like special or memorable about it. And like I think a good example of this is I don't know if like I don't want to say names, but let me preface this. The people I'm about to talk about, I love them. They're great people. They're wonderful. But their routines are not memorable, and I don't get inquiries on them hardly ever. But like that's the Ren effect. The Rens are exceptional across every category, but they don't take chances. They don't take risks, even though they're capable of it. Like I have drilled with them, and like it's very clear how capable they are as drillers, and how capable they are of like doing weird, crazy stuff I've never seen before. When they go out on the drill pad, they go out to win, and they put together their routine with that in mind, and it works, and that's why they're the most decorated group. They've won more than anybody else. They have so many medals and titles, but I never get people asking about them. I never get people like fanboying about them. And so you have to know what you're doing. If you're going out to win, that's a different game than going out to impress people, which is a different game from going out to impress the judges, which is a different game from going out to impress drillers, which is a different game from going out to impress drillers who like precision versus who like performances, versus who like tricks, right? So choosing your audience will have a big effect. And I've always chose my audience to be like the audience, which is why I've always generally placed between like 3rd and 7th. Anyways, that's my tirade. Yeah, I hate scorpion tosses as well. If you, I just launched the red sling video. Actually, I still have to upload. I fixed the audio. That was a little bit of off sync on the audio. But I fixed the audio on that. During that take, I did scorpion tosses for the instructionals and like tweaked my shoulder. And you'll see me after that point like not do it again until like one last one. You'll see me like shake out my arm, and that if you see me like when you see it, you'll know it's because I hurt my shoulder here. It's going up on chat a little bit. So put the sealant on the issued slippery ones. How long do those last for? So on the specific gloves we use, they were like thicker. Like again, if I could order them, I would. I don't know where to get them off of that Marine Corps exchange. But yes, like it would take it from slippery to non-slippery, and they would last honor guard usage about a month. If you're doing less than that, they'll last a lot longer. But we are also talking that like honor guard usage would be a month for the whole glove itself. Like it would start deteriorating the glove, it would get too dirty, whatever. So it really depends on how much you use it. But I always had a practice set and a performance set. And when I actually went representing, I had a practice set, a dress rehearsal set, and a performance set. Because the practice set would start losing its sealant and start flaking off. So then you need the dress rehearsal one to like get used to how sticky the new ones are, and then you need the new ones to like actually compete and perform with. So it really depends on that, but they won't last forever and they won't last that long. But it does feel awesome. It's a really great grip on it. We got friends Bud coming up in chat here. I love it. You guys should definitely link up at that competition in Colorado. So what are you guys' favorite performances? Let me hear from chat. What do you guys like? Do you like Sam Gozo's stuff from a few years ago? Do you like Andres' Ryan's Sector Clear performance? What are some other cool ones? We got Drea and Jay. I shared that one on the last live stream. I love that one. McCoy and Bolo are great tandems. Anyone got any like weird favorite ones that are probably a little bit rare? Probably familiar with a little bit of all of it. World started in 2008, and I've been doing 2007, and I've been doing it since 2009. So unless it's some of the early ones, I was there for it. Ren 2010, okay. Immediately going back on what I said earlier. I do enjoy the Ren stuff. My appreciation for both of the Ren solos goes up the older I get. You know, when you're younger, it's all about like high octane, big tricks and whatever. When you get older, you have a better appreciation for their style. I can 100% say that from my age. I mean, I'm only 31, but yeah. Andres Ryan, Sector Clear. That is one of my favorites, for sure. Anything that's, like, themed, I enjoy that. My tandem with Andres, I love that routine. Very fond memories. Andres really pushed me very hard. We worked really hard on that sequencing. I gotta see, like, how he thinks about the pad, and it's, like, incredible. That dude thinks on a different level. That routine was, what we did on the pad was, like, our worst ever. We got off and thought we did so bad, and then we won by like 120 points. But legit, we thought we bombed. Reese's 2021. Ooh, we're gonna get to that one. Everyone's a Reese. He's like the next big name for sure. Everyone's a Reese fan. I like a lot of his style. Reese is definitely really good at playing both the judges and the audience. He has a solid mix of like that really hard military flavor mixed with a couple of things that are just like really good for people who are just enjoying themselves. Jackson Rainwater's 2018. Yes, that's a good one as well. Definitely enjoyed Jackson's drill. Hey Andres, welcome in. Good to see ya. Maybe Ren 2009, whichever one he salutes with the bayonet. I like the old uniform. I don't remember specifically. I think it's 2010. You're talking about the white uniform? There was 1 year, I think that was 2010, where he saluted with the bayonet. He like pulled it off and like, yeah. There's 1 year he kind of did both, bladed and stub. That was pretty cool. Cameron Arroyo's 2017. I can't recall that one off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's awesome. Reese and DJ tandem. Yeah, Reese's behind the backs are great. Hey, Cats, welcome in. Andres, my ears must have been burning, because as soon as I came in, the chat, you mentioned me. Yo, you knew what was up. Any routine with Robbie's that goes insane. Yeah, actually, that's probably my favorite. Is the year he won. That routine was just incredible. Robbie almost makes me mad. He doesn't even plan out his routines. He'll show up having like not practiced in months, do 3 days of like really hard training, and then like bust out an incredible routine. This is Elway. I love him. Elway, if you're out there, let me know. If you're coming to Worlds this year, congratulations on everything. I don't want to throw your personal life out there, but congratulations on everything. Who's my favorite younger driller with amazing growth? I'm a big fan of Ludwig because of his growth and his arc from like last place to like medal rounds. I don't follow a lot of up and comers. Let me think. I think there's a lot of potential out there for drillers who would be like Hall of Fame and kind of like drop off the sport. I really liked, I thought, the guy who won in 2017, he's a monster now. I'm blanking on his name, but I thought he was going to be like unbeatable, like literally unbeatable. He got first place in like 2017, I want to say, maybe 2016. No, it wasn't Cooper. Oh yeah, you know, Dean Courtney. He's definitely incredible. Let me see, who else? I got a couple other names that I'm thinking of. Dean Courtney's definitely going to be like beastly. 17. Who was 16? Rivetta. Chris Rivetta. That's it. I'm talking about Chris Rivetta. I thought Chris Rivetta was going to stay with it, and I thought he was going to be absolutely unbeatable for forever. I thought it was over. And then he just, like, never did a single world show. Because I was like, wow, here is someone who fits the bill on everything. We're going to watch all of Robbie. You know we're going to watch all of Robbie. David Gray is someone I also follow, who's a new and up-and-comer high school student, but when he was grinding out Instagram videos all those years ago, not all those years ago, it was like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, being able to watch his progress from like barely able to throw like doubles and triples to like where he's at now, which is blue sling, almost black sling. I think him and Dean Courtney are going to be like really, really intense if they stick with it. Going back up chat a little bit. Sam Gozo rebending his blade. Absolutely. That was a monster moment. Can't wait to compete again. Eric, good to see you here. Thanks for giving me the Rivetta answer earlier. Or I guess later. But we're excited to have you back in the competitive field. But thank you for coaching. Kyle O'Leary. I miss that guy. Another like, oh, you're going to win. You literally just do one more year and you're going to win, dude. And then he never comes back. John Elliott, the two-handed back ninjas. I have asked him, how do you do that so many times? Willingly gives the information. Don't know how he does it. Let's see. Cooper Donlin. Is Donlin going to do Worlds? Has he done Worlds? David Gray will get sharper. For sure. He's gotten sharper over the last, like, 6 months. David Gray is like a beast. Yeah, David coming from the alt arms. Kelsey H, 2019. We could pull up Psycho's last performance, which is a banger. It's the Street Elite during Challenge level. They got the opportunity to go out and show their stuff, and it was incredible. Psycho's officially retired now, and it's super sad, and I wish he would unretire. He's committed to it. One day I'll just pay him too much money, and he'll compete again. That's my plan. Win the lottery, pay Robbie Zyko to return. Maybe we'll start a GoFundMe. That'll be... it'll be incredible. Cooper just boxes now. I talk to him every once in a while. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the amount of, like, National High School Drill Team Championship first place soloists who don't go to Worlds is just, like... I have no answers. Like, I don't know why that happens. Ugh. You don't post much because you personally don't like posting stuff unless it's actually good. Yo, low key. I don't like posting stuff either. I think all of my drill is trash. I look at it. I see every mistake. I think it's the worst. And I just force myself to do it anyways. So, you know. There's always that. This floor is actually, like, really slippery if you don't have the right shoes. Like, really, really slippery. I get nervous every year that my shoes are not going to stick right. Because it can feel like you're, like, sliding on dust sometimes. It's slippery floor. Yeah, I think Parker, if we actually started to GoFundMe to get Robbie Zyko back, it would, like, make some money. But I think Zyko's committed to, like, not... Jackson's the only one 16. Okay. Yeah. We gotta find some sort of... So nice. We gotta find some sort of way to keep people in it. That's what this stream is about. By the way, ask questions about the World Drill Championships. I would love to answer the questions. I would love to get you guys involved in the community. Like, I look around and I recognize all these people. Right? Some of them I coached, some of them I trained. And it's just super nice and super rewarding. A lot of them I didn't. I just know them because they come year after year after year, and they're just amazing people. I worked with Jackson Rainwater at Nationals Drill Camp, and it was incredible. Like, I see him every year. We have stories to talk about. We have, like, things to, like, engage with each other about. We work together on projects. Like, you meet people out here in Daytona on the World Drill Championship side. You just stick with it for a couple of years, and all of a sudden you're, like, on a plane to Guam being like, how did I get here? You know, like, so it's just like, you don't know where this journey will take you. You meet the Taiwanese drillers, and had COVID not happened, good chance I would be out in Taiwan competing, right? Like, hopefully they get that back, they come back. I'd love to see them again. Certified Sling. To get the W too early and move on to more W's in life. Yeah. Drillers always get the W's, right? Like, drillers are always successful because we subject ourselves to, like, this activity. And I think drill is one of those perfect activities. I think drill is, like, you get to approach a lot of things that are hard to approach, that are real life skills. And I think a lot of people miss that. Right? You post on TikTok and people are like, what's the point? Where else in life are you going to have to rack up the nerve to throw an aerial higher than what you're comfortable with and catch it and stick with it and learn it, right? So having that opportunity to stretch yourself, to approach fear and force yourself to go through it, that translates to, like, those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, right? Those elevator pitches, right? You're in the elevator. You have one chance to do it. This is your one chance. Well, great. I've been in this situation a dozen times. More. 24 times. Yeah, I know how to keep my cool under hot pressure. You're going to run into those. And most people in their life run into those situations 6 times in their whole life, right? They can't blow it this one time every 6 years. And here I am, stretching myself, discipline, pushing myself further than I want to, willpower, doing things I think are dangerous and scary because, right? Approaching my fear. Those are the things that make this activity worthwhile. And as an adult, getting to practice that year after year after year, week after week after week, like, that's why drillers who really take this seriously are always successful in life. It's because, like, this probably has more transferable emotional skills than any other activity you can do, like, as a soloist. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Green Sling, do I miss Clydes? Ken, do I miss Clydes? I thought about flying to California to visit Andres and eat Clydes for, like, a weekend. But it wasn't just, like, visit Andres. It was, like, to eat Clydes and visit Andres. You know what I mean? Do I miss Clydes? Yeah, I miss Clydes. Clydes is better than Canes, 1,000%. Napolis or Johnny Rockets? I'm a Johnny Rockets boy. I love Johnny Rockets. Absolutely. The vibe. I love the 50s aesthetic. Hard to beat that. Bruh. Don't bruh my Johnny Rockets. Get onion rings and you'll know. Right, the ketchup smiley face. 1,000%. You can't beat Johnny Rockets ranch dipping just like sauce. Did they close the one that was over in Daytona? I feel like they did, but I don't remember any of this. That was really nice. Maybe complimenting myself. So this routine was 1,000% about just being military, maxing out that military component. Cool. Oscar fights people in Napolis. You know what? That might be worth going to Napolis for. To watch Oscar fight people in it. Let's get Cooper Donlin in there. Help him out. I like walked off this pad in finals round, and I was like, I think I'm done with bladed drill. It's been about a year, and like I'm itching to get back into bladed drill. It just has that kind of stranglehold on you. If you are over 18 years old and a high school graduate, that is. That's the guy who asked why a 40-year-old is still competing. Nice. That's okay. There was like actual 40-year-olds competing not too long ago between Kiwi and Constantine. But almost threw some hands, not gonna lie. It's cool. I mean, I feel like it's weird because like, why would a 45 or 50-year-old be trash talking a 40-year-old, or I don't know. But you know, I hang out with Will Stanbro, so I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good I could keep on it till I'm older than Will. I fully intend to. Like, I don't... That's the thing, I don't... A lot of drillers, like, retire from competitive drill, and, like, I might take, like, an extended break. But I've taken, like, 1 year off before, and I hate it. Like, I'm throwing down a tandem this year, but, like, well, let me assure you, it's not going to be, like, me and Andres level tandem from 2018. It's going to be me and my friend going out and, like, having fun doing a tandem, right? And that's something I want to, like, normalize, is just, like, doing these drills for the point of doing these drills and staying with the community. But, like, I like that. I hate that feeling of, like, stress running into a competition and, like, nervousness, which is not nervousness, you're excited, right? But I hate that feeling up until it's over, and then it's, like, the best feeling ever, right? And I have this kind of, like, philosophy of just, like, opposites, I guess. And it's not, like, any sort of new age philosophy or whatever. It's, like, like, the best feeling in the world isn't when you, like, crawl in your bed sheets on a normal day. The best feeling in the world is when you work really hard and you're running around and, like, you have kind of a bad day, like, physically, like, you're exhausted, you're tired, you've, like, ran out of energy. You had to, like, run in the rain, and now your socks are all wet and your feet are all, like, crinkled up, and you just took a hot shower and now you're crawling into bed. That's the best feeling in the world. Still crawling into bed, but you needed to go through a lot of really hard stuff to get there, to get the best feeling in the world. That idea has a lot of transference, especially when it comes to competitive drill. You're going to go through a lot of mental hardship to get on this pad. But drop or not, doing well or not, you walk off the pad and you feel so much better. Like, the knot in your stomach unties and you crawl on that bed after that hard day, right? So that 1 year I took a break in 2019 and just watched. I hated every moment of it because I was like, where's that feeling? When I crawled in bed that night, I was like, it's just a normal day. It's just a normal feeling. So embrace that weird suffering, right? That's like the greatest happiness comes after hard suffering. Like, embrace that. Yeah, you do wish you could have met Constantine, Dominic. He was an incredible person. He was exceptional. He changed my life in a lot of ways, and I miss him so much to this day. And his family's doing really well, and that is just an echo of a lot of the things he did and left behind. So yeah, I wish everyone could have met Constantine. You can watch enough New Guard America behind the scenes stuff to kind of feel him out, but he was definitely one of those kinds of next level thinkers. Tyler Smith is on the other pad. He makes finals round. We'll watch him on finals. No big. Right after this video here ends, we're gonna switch over to finals. I'm gonna register for World Drill Championships first, and you should do the same. You should like register right next to me. It'll be awesome. Sam Gozo's totally retired from drill. He's like legit retired from drill. He's not coming back. He's happy. He's moved on. So Sam Gozo won't be there, unfortunately. At some point, he might come back just to like watch and everything. But he's made his peace with drill stuff. Give me a moment. I'm gonna find a charger for my iPad this time. I'll be right back. Alright, I didn't have to go far. Yeah, talk to your SNSI. I believe registration got moved to the 31st, so you got a little bit of time. It was today or tomorrow, so I mean, I encourage you, if you're able to do it tomorrow, to do it tomorrow. Like, get registered. Let's take a look at some of the people around. Oh, we got a report. Oh, Brando! He makes finals round. So it's a good one. Actually, it's a great one. I think he won this box, if I'm not mistaken. Brando is, I would put him in that, like, fairly new driller, up-and-comer, who is, like, primed to blow the scene. I'm a big Brando fan. Yeah, if you can get on over here to Daytona, it's 1,000% worth it. Like, everyone standing around knows each other, and a lot of people are like in and out because they have like a lot of performances to do, and a lot of other stuff going on. And this year was a little bit light. This was like the year COVID was still like going on. Like, people were just getting their vaccinations, so a lot of people opted out. Like, they just decided they weren't going to go. Which isn't quite the case this year. I think a lot of people are now like, all right, let's do it. So, you're going to get everybody this year. Where's everyone from in chat? I'm here in Florida, Tampa, Florida. Just hanging out. East Coast time. It's 9:43 p.m. But where are you guys at? I know we got some Colorado people in here. Meeting me at RCDC was awesome. No, thanks for the kind words, Dominic. That's really nice. I had a great time at RCDC. It was one of those, like, I'm just here to chill. I'm just here to relax. We got to hang out with the River City Drill crowd. It was super nice. And just the community in general. And that's always what it is. It's just the community in general, you know? Evans, Georgia. Yep. Orlando. Hey. I do a lot of work in Orlando at the Amway Center. If anyone ever goes to a concert at Amway, there's a good chance I'm working merch. Just a heads up. Come say hi. That's like my actual gig other than school. Right now I'm a master's student, so it has to like not overlap with class time. But I'm getting a Master's of Arts in Teaching to teach high school social studies, so I can like actually kind of coach for reals and have like a home school. Not like a home school, but like a school that is like, you know, whatever. You guys get it. Yeah, happy but exhausted is definitely how you're going to leave Daytona when you go. It's that vibe. You're just like, I didn't get a lot of sleep. I didn't want a lot of sleep. You know, this is not an easy activity to do. You leave like your whole body hurts. We're going to end with the drill games too, which is all like endurance. strength-based stuff. We got Gil on the other pad. Hurry up, Brando. We got Gil. Yeah, that routine crushed. Always a big Gil fan. There's me checking to make sure it's still running, not needing a battery change. Woke up at 5 a.m., drove to Georgia. Okay, so when was this? 2015? 2016? 2016, maybe. No, maybe 2015. I don't know. One of those 2 years. I drove from Tampa to San Antonio, did a drill competition, and drove from San Antonio back to Tampa. But it was like Tampa to San Antonio on one day, which is like a 17-hour drive on its own, not let alone the stops. I got 6 hours of sleep. I competed. I got 4 hours of sleep. I drove home. That was one of the most ridiculous trips I ever took. 3 a.m. for states, yeah. No, some of these competitions are really, really early. Worlds is luckily in the afternoon. I like sleeping in. This year I'll be having a vendor booth, so I won't be able to do it, but love to sleep in before a show. I hate waking up on like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. things. In the honor guard, so my first job, I was in the Coast Guard honor guard, like the actual official, like in Washington, D.C., does the presidential events honor guard. And my first job was inauguration 2016. Well, 2017, for the 2016 election. So it was 2017. This was my first job. It was a 1 a.m. call time. So we got up at like midnight. Got to base at 1 a.m. and had to go through like all of the security checks for like the whole, it was everything. Secret Service Plus, the Secret Service. Like everyone did like security checks. The buses were swept. And then we got out. We went to a hotel across the street where we like had breakfast. And it was just MRAs for breakfast. And waited until like 6 a.m. or like 8 a.m. or something. Then we went outside in the cold, blistering weather and just did a stand for like 90 minutes before we did like a passing review. That was one of the longest days of my life. RCDC was great. Ludwig, thanks for your work with RCDC, by the way. I know a lot of work goes into drill competitions. I'm looking to start up FLDC again now that I'm a Florida regular. And COVID's kind of, I don't want to say over, but dying out. So look for an FLDC coming up soon. Usually, when I was running them years ago, they'd be an October thing. So look for that to happen in like October. He makes finals. This is a solid routine. I'm about it. Big Lone Guard fan. All the boys out there are really nice. They do a lot of work for the community. A lot of work with Glendale. The Nationals time frame for solo, it is all day long. It's like, because so many individual soloists sign up for it, it's like 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like, it's all day long. So it's whatever slot you get into. And then finals is like usually announced and posted for like that day or like the day after. Oh, you mean like, yeah, 2 to 3 minutes for like on the pad. I thought you were talking about like what time it starts. Because Worlds is like an afternoon thing and starts at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. They try and run it for like the end of the day so people can stop in. Flow over power. See, John, you're going to be a audience driller. A lot of the judges love power drill. I like tricks. So it doesn't matter if it flows. It doesn't matter if it hits hard. I just want to throw it high and make it do a lot of twirlies. So that's a style in its own. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of like kickback on that. I think power drillers tend to like drop out of the scene earlier because like that style hurts. I don't like hurting myself. I try and like minimize that damage as much as I can. Flowing is difficult. You don't need to embrace it if you don't like it. Flowing is not a good way to get points, to be honest. It's very hard to do right, very hard to do well, and most people who do flow drill are not going to score very high. That being said, it's always enjoyable to watch, and it really kind of makes it expressive. I think flow drill is one of the more expressive styles where you get to kind of convey a lot of information about who you are, your emotional state, more so than power drill. Hybrid driller, pretty good at flow, but stronger at power. I mean, hybrid's always great. If you're a hybrid driller, it's just a matter of how you present it. That's how you're going to max your points. Arrow 404 is like, yeah, I'm hybrid too, but like, you know, bad. That's all good. A lot of people underestimate themselves. So, I wouldn't worry about it too much. And if you're not underestimating myself, maybe you are like, you know, bad at it. You always can get better. That's the beauty of this sport, is no limits. Some of my favorite drillers are like 5'4", not too built, but very creative. Most of you know who I'm talking about. Your mind is just throwing rifle high on catch. All right, cool. Our styles mix pretty well. I like mixing it. I have flow and power in my solo, and currently it's a solid routine. All right, Dominic. Definitely. 5'4" gang. There it is. He's in chat. The 5'4" I was talking about that I'm a big fan of. Nailed it. I didn't know your real height. I was just guessing. Offer's still up. You get Blue Sling before Daytona. You get one for free in Daytona. Oh, this pad's over. Right. Sick. We're already almost through with the prelim stuff. 6'2" gang. Yeah, 6'1" here. Parker, look into honor guards. You are tall enough to be able to make one. Let me know if you have any questions on that. I know you're just you're still like just a freshman, but if you end up thinking about honor guards or like military service, I can tell you how to go about that. What kind of that process is, and get you hooked up with people. You can ask me in like 4 years. Like don't worry about it now, but something to keep in mind. Yeah, the drill hub edits are insane. They're excellent. I've always kind of wanted to do edits for new sling line drops, and I just never get around to it. So I should hire cats to do it. Going for blue this week at Ohio. Maybe black if you get blue down. Can you do all like 6 black sling tricks? That would be incredible if you could do black sling tricks without blue sling yet. Then again, there's some technical ones in there that like you could pick out 6 ones that like aren't aerials that. Oh, flying. That was really cool, actually. You can pick out like 6 of them that are more of like, if you do repetition, doesn't require like excessive amounts of strength. You're gonna talk to Reese about the old guard? Okay. Army drill team, best drill team. All right, we got some Army drill team old guard members in here. I'm pretty sure, if anyone wants to chime in, but definitely pick their brains. River City, best drill team. Ayo. When's River City gonna throw down like a tetrad or like a 6-man? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm a big River City fan, but like, where's the shows? That's what I want. I want River City to get together and have like a routine. That's crazy. You can do 6 black sling tricks, but not blue. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you're, because I think what holds you back is like that quint. If you can hit 4.5, you can just tank a penalty for it. You want to be on the U.S. Army drill team at the same time you're shooting for being an infantryman. Well, if you're shooting for being an infantryman already, then you might as well do old guard. That's definitely, because a lot of people are like, I want to do old guard, but I don't want to be infantry. And that's impossible. You have to be infantry to do old guard. But if you're shooting for infantry, you can do old guard. You should do old guard. Your weakest moves are blue sling, are the Andres roll and getting a solid quint. Yeah. So, you know, you can take the major for doing a 4.5. Maybe it's a double major. But it's a big tank, right? Like, it's 10 points on the blue sling curriculum. But that still gives you 10 points to work with if you're pretty proficient at the other stuff. But the Andres roll is just repetition. I've gotten the Andres roll to the point where, like, I feel like it doesn't really fall off. Then again, I have a little curse when I'm on the pad. I can only do it once, and the second time it always falls off. RCD best drill team, woo! Hey Kelsey, welcome in. Ludwig, when they stop getting stationed far away, yeah. Well, like, maybe do what, like, New Guard America did, which is, like, they had their travel team, right? Or, I forget what Constantine called it, but it was basically, like, you could just learn the routine from wherever you're at, and then, like, when we get together, we're New Guard America. Should do that with RCD. RCD sweep. Good luck sweeping. Cheering for it, honestly. Not gonna, I mean, you know, streetly, I've got some friends over there, so I wouldn't say like I'm exclusively cheering for RCD, but you guys better put it out there if you're gonna sweep. Quadvert's hard. Definitely one of those that took me a lot of takes to get right on the video. Yeah, no, quadvert's gonna be hard no matter which way you swing it. It's a lot of, like, energy to stop. Best you could do is double aerial. You'll get there. Just keep throwing. It took me till 2010 to actually put numbers to my aerials. I didn't go out and practice doubles, triples, quads. I literally just threw it up and caught it. And it was like, however it landed was whatever it was. Like, no big deal. So, when you get doubles... Double's the hardest one. You throw doubles, you just throw doubles until you, like, can't mess it up, and your body, like, naturally acclimates to how it's supposed to feel. You can do most of the stuff from a rune, but you can't do the single BTB flow. That's red sling, isn't it? I think that's red sling. It's not too bad, honestly. I've got a really good breakdown of it on the red sling video. You should check that out. But BTB flows are just about putting your hand in parade rest and then, like, tracking for it to, like, fall into place. But you're not alone. A lot of people struggle with that one. And I take it for granted because I learned it so many years ago. I think you do the quad left pretty solid. Quad left scare me. Not gonna lie. Every time I throw a quad left left, I'm always like, this is the time I break my hand. This is the time the sling winds itself around my fingers and cracks all my fingers in half. Like, quad left left scare me. It never happened. In fact, I almost never, like, I don't remember ever getting hurt on a quad left left, but they scare me. I'd much rather do the quad vert stop. The only reason I do quad left left is to, like, make those videos. Which I'll get instructional videos coming up soon for maroon and then green and then blue. Black probably won't ever get an instructional video, but I'll start doing some of those tricks there. Let's see, got about half of red sling. Yeah, when you start getting to red sling, it starts being like a process. So the dojo is built in such a way that you get kind of progress earlier, faster, and then it slows down after that. And some of that process is like a positive feedback loop, right? Like, oh, good, like I'm getting these positive things. But also it's just a matter of like earlier tricks are very technique based. When you learn those techniques, the later tricks are like comfort and danger and a lot of other things that you have to put together. So it, especially every sling has like a new core understanding, a core like thing. Like cross planes are introduced on one sling, and varials are introduced on a different sling, and back rolls are introduced on like one sling. So each sling has its like new set of tricks that you're gonna have to learn. So there's always like a component that's like built off of something else. You know, you did a scorpion toss before, now do a double scorpion toss, right? Understick finals. But there's always something new too. So it should take you, you know, to move from white to yellow, 2 weeks. To move from yellow to orange, 2 months, 3 months. To move from like orange to yellow, that could take a whole like semester to a year, depending on like if you're training yourself or if you have someone teaching you. From red to maroon, I expect that to take like most people 3 years. Like, I don't expect a lot of people who aren't juniors or seniors to get maroon slings. Beyond maroon, green sling is definitely where I'm like starting to aim for like high school drillers. Like, I can see some seniors reaching green sling, but green sling and above is what I consider like the advanced level. And so that's going to be a lot of like early post high school drillers. A lot of the RCD people I expect to start hitting like blue sling, right? Like, so that's going to be like several years into the pro circuit. And then black sling is like, you got to put your mind to it. You've got to like really embrace a lot of like technique, danger, etc. Tyler, welcome into chat. Tyler Ice Classics. I'm slow on chat. I kind of adjust something, whatever. Are any of these spins used in JRTC? I'm in my high school's drill team, and I want to know if I should learn spins from this channel. I discovered it today. Absolutely. There is a high school black sling driller named Dean Courtney who uses all this stuff, and you could bring these things to your team. Now, a lot of my tricks are for soloists, but especially in the white, yellow, and orange sling category, you're going to run into a lot of team tricks. So I would recommend using the Drill Dojo, learning the tricks, getting everyone on your team orange sling certified, and then you can put a lot of those tricks into a team routine. There are some stuff from like red and yellow curriculum where if you can actually get it down, like doubles and triples look great on team stuff, right? So getting each of your individual team members qualified at a certain level will allow you to work with all of them on that level. It also gives you that feedback of like, well, if I've got one driller who's sitting on a yellow sling level and everyone else is orange sling, you have to script your routine for a yellow sling level, right? So it gives you that opportunity to understand what each and every person is capable of. But yes, the curriculum as it's set now is more geared towards soloists. I don't want to give up too much information, but there are other curriculums in the works and some partnerships that will be happening, and one of those partnerships will be a team curriculum. So stay tuned for that. It'll be more geared towards like how to build a routine, how to build a good routine, how to get everyone together, and it's coming. But yes, use this resource, use Drill Dojo, use my videos. It's going to get you a long way. You got to get your Rising Sun triple exit consistent. Yeah, that one was a hard one. I nearly broke my finger learning that one for early dojo, like first curriculum. I was making those videos and I nearly broke my finger on that trick specifically. You have the triple left down solid, so quad shouldn't be too hard to get. Consistent. Maybe. I can throw triple lefts all day. Quad lefts that get me. Black Dan certified right here. Right here. No one's gone for Black Dan yet, except me. I'm waiting for it. John, you gonna get Black Dan certified? I'd love to see it. Also, I need my current black sling drillers to let me know what Dan level they're at, so I can make sure I bring the right number of slings to Daytona if you wanted to get one. There's special embroidered slings. So any black sling drillers who want to apply for Dan levels, like I want to update those profiles and get that going. I'm going to reach out individually and get that set up. Parker, you earned the double slightly less than a month after starting exhibition. You started in December, so you've only been drilling for 4 months now. Yeah, no, your progress has been insane. Definitely keep it up, Parker. Really enjoying helping you out on the Patreon. For those that don't know, I offer individualized coaching on Patreon. Parker here takes advantage of that. It's $30 a month. You get a free certified sling every month you're a part of it, as long as you get like new certifications each month. You can cancel anytime. I only take 8 people at a time, so it's like at your risk if it fills up. But like, you can cancel in the summer if you don't have access to drill rifles. But you can also keep with it. And Parker sends me his drill videos, and I give him little bits of like, hey, I didn't like how this was staged. I liked how this was staged. You should learn these tricks, etc. Parker can tell you a little bit about it if he wants to, but head to patreon.com/independentdrill, and you'll find all that information there. I think it's also in the description of this video. So, and I've got a lot of different tiers. I've got 4 different tiers of the Patreon, and they all come with like different things. So check that out. If you wanted to support the Drill Dojo, and you wanted to support independent drill, and you wanted to get cool slings and cool discounts, patreon.com/independentdrill. I'm only going to plug it the one time. Error 404. It'd be mighty cool if I test out for red in Daytona with you like I did for yellow when you came to Canyon City. Yes, please. Please, please, please. Definitely find me in Daytona. Definitely get tested out and certified. I'd like, is Canyon City coming to Daytona, or is this like a future, like next year thing? Or is it just you coming out to Daytona? Let me know. But I'm very excited to have a space to be able to do live test outs. Please, I hope everyone comes and takes advantage of it. Dominic, my guide on got a triple side toss as a sophomore a week after double. Like, bro, yeah. I mean, can you yeet? I feel like that's what triple side toss is. I actually had private chats with like several people on, hey, how hard is a triple side toss? What curriculum does it go into? I still don't think I have a clear answer. Andres has best OTH in the drill community. Change your mind. Andres learned everything from Constantine. So yeah, goes without saying that he'd be the best. He knows all the little tips and tricks, Constantine style. This guy wins. Hey, Trey. I got the awesome opportunity to work with Trey out at Nationals Drill Camp. I actually didn't know him very well going into this competition. But I got to know him pretty well afterwards. So that was pretty cool. I told us not to... Okay. Alright, my bad, Ludwig. I forget all the things that I do. I will reach out to everybody individually. I'd say this week. I have a lot of time off this week. And I'll get all that 10 level stuff situated. And then I've got the slings all ready to go. I'll bring them to Daytona so you guys can take advantage of that. Nice. You have Ivan as a coach, so you're chilling personally. Yeah, Ivan's great. Is Ivan coming out to Daytona this year? I'm pretty sure he is. Dan level 3. That's tight. Dan level 3 is a good one. Dan level 4 will be better because you got the 3 stripes for the bronze. I should make independent drill shirts, drill hub shirts you can buy. So, unfortunately, contractually, I cannot sell shirts in Daytona. there's someone in the building who bought out the contract to sell shirts, and I can't encroach upon that. So shirts are also like super expensive, and I just don't have a lot of like, and it's like there's more so than that is like space consuming, and I don't have a lot of space for back storage. I live in an apartment with 2 other people, so it's really hard for me to like order shirts. But I would like to get some shirts. I know people are asking for them, and maybe I'll have some for behind the Hilton Sunday stuff. That's an idea. Johnny Dan 10, no cap. That's cap. He'll get there. I hope he gets there. But nobody in the entire community is Dan 10. So I'll hit it in 13 more years. You have to be like, I think it's 30 years of drill coaching experience. Like, it's built after like actual martial arts, and instead of doing like what age you have to be, it's just like naturally built into like giving back for this many years. So it is kind of like a lifetime achievement thing. But if Ludwig stays with it, he's got to get that 1 championship title, and after that I can see him totally getting it in 25 years. Let's see. You want to do the blue in Daytona like you did your red? Absolutely. Drill Hub is a different organization that is solely a clothing company. Okay, yep, thanks for the info. Drill Hub is like the spiritual successor for the art clothing. Always love community stuff. Canyon City is being sponsored by Connecticut Command. Go to Daytona because San Antonio qualifier was canceled. That's incredible. I had no idea. I'm going to get with your instructor and just kind of say hi and make sure I don't miss your competitive time slots. Definitely going to be super irresponsible with my booth and just pounce in and out. Poof. Love that. So yeah, super excited to see Canyon City. Man, I did a bad job editing this. Here we go. By the end of the year, you want to get to green sling. You want to do live black sling qualification if you make it that far. The only person who's ever done a live black sling qualification is Trey. Fun fact. And that was at Nationals Drill Camp. Getting green sling in 1 year, like I said, I expect that to be a 5-year process to get to green sling. So let me stroke your ego a little bit more and tell you how impressive that would be if you can hit green by the end of the year. Your level 4 will be the Dan test out. I cannot wait. So it took me 3 months of like trying to hit the Dan level to get it. Because it's not just hitting 10 tricks, it's hitting 10 tricks and then getting scored on those 10 tricks. And there's a special rules. Dan level is really, really, really hard, and definitely crafted that way. I cannot wait to see the current black sling drillers get to that Dan level qualification test out. Ivan wants to drill, and yes, he's taking. Okay, cool. If he's not registered already, tell him to register. Today's the day. Let's get it. Let's get these registrations up. If you're tuning in here and you're 18 years or older and you're a high school graduate, you want to do World Drill Championships, sign up. Even if you haven't picked up a rifle, even if you're not ready, sign up. WorldDrillChampionships.com. I'm going to do it here on stream in 5 minutes. And so you'll be able to follow along with me. I'll show you everything you need to do. It's going to be super easy. The routine for Canyon is doing really well in competition. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things is when I go out for like a weekend and make a couple of adjustments and like success hits immediately. Thanks for letting me know. I'm really glad that Canyon City they got their value out of me. Definitely want to leave everywhere feeling good about it. And I miss you guys. You guys were really, really fun to work with. So, I mean, everywhere I go, it's funny, I talked to Matt one thing a little bit, and I'm like, dude, I've got the best training gig in the world, because I go places and, like, just do tricks and, like, have fun with the cadets, and, like, I don't have to worry too hard about drill philosophy or, like, a lot of, like, weird and intricate stuff, and I get, like, the immediate feedback. I love what I do. I'm very excited about it, and I love getting that feedback that, like, I left behind something great. Yo, Oscar! Ship me some Clydes. I'm serious. Send me Clydes. Have it Uber Eats delivered. I don't care that it'll get here in 3 days. Get me some Clydes. Now, welcome into chat. It's good to have you. You missed your show. You were like first up. Tomorrow you're gonna record the video for your state routine. All right, Parker, definitely send it my way. I'm very interested in seeing it and getting that critique through Patreon. Here we go. Is this Tim? It looks like Tim. This is my roomie out in Nationals Drill Camp. Kenny throws double side hinges. Dude, I saw that. Kenny also supports me on Patreon, patreon.com/independentdrill. But yeah, Kenny did his double side ninja for, I saw it in his routine because he sent me his routine. And it was really tight. He got third, by the way, which is awesome. I heard about that. I haven't got the chance to reply yet, but congratulations to Kenny for getting third. I know we're trying to work with him to get him up to first, but no, it's pretty awesome. I really like his progress and the stuff that he's getting into. Yeah, Kenny's a beast. Eat it my way like the Liberty Guard, definitely. Dude, whatever it takes to get Clydes. I'm looking up, like, I'm on, like, Spirit alerts, like, what are cheap flights to Los Angeles? Like, I'm not, but I should be. What sling color is Kenny? I think Kenny is orange moving into red, but no. I think he just got his red. Let me double check that. I think Kenny got his red. I'm pretty sure. Yes, he just got his red on last stream. So Kenny's a red sling driller moving into maroon. Yeah, no, Tim is insane. Oh, Army Old Guard, by the way. Reese gets a lot of love and attention because he is a bit more social, but Tim knows just as much. And super solid driller. Very cool. And very cool person. Again, I roomed with him in Nationals Drill Camp in Texas and really liked him. So I did not see your TikTok of your solo routine. So like weird fact about me is I generally don't like watching drill videos. Like I like drilling with people, I don't like watching drill videos. Which is super weird since like I run a little company where I watch the people do the same drill video over and over again. But I generally, so I'm not on Drill Talk. If I am, it's just a couple of people that pop up that like I'm really, I don't know. I'm not on Drill Talk. It's just funny. Like, I like doing watch parties, and I enjoy watching the videos for the Drill Dojo more than I thought. I actually remember like starting the Drill Dojo and sitting there and being like, you ready? Because you're going to watch the same drill video over and over again for years. And it's been a much better experience than I was expecting it to be, for sure. But that is, I generally don't watch drill videos and don't watch competition videos and stuff unless it's for something that's like, this one is for World's Drill Registration, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy live streaming it. So I think I'm going to do a lot more watching on live streaming. And I think what's missing is like being able to talk with people about it. So I enjoy this on that aspect, but nice. We're going to see him again very soon. Here we go, medals round. All right. So we got Ludwig here, 9th place. Doing push-ups to get the power to throw a triple. Absolutely. Push-ups are great drill exercises. Drill is such a full body experience that you need those like full body workouts to make it better. Tim is goated. Yeah, I'd watch it if you send it to me. Go ahead. It might take me a minute to get to it. But definitely, send it my way. I'll take a look. Yeah, I don't watch drill videos for free. If you want me to watch it immediately and give you like really good feedback, patreon.com/independentdrill. Otherwise, I just kind of watch it when I get to it. Just kind of whenever. Usually don't watch it with like a critical eye. I just kind of like vibe. But I definitely enjoy kind of my place in the community of like watching drill videos and just I don't know. I was talking to someone and I was talking about like content creators for Rocket League. So I'm a big Rocket League fan and I like content creators. And I'm like, man, I wish I was like a content creator. They're like, you're a drill content creator. I'm like, oh man, I'm a drill content creator. So I'm embracing that here. So what you're watching now is like medals round, which is like top of the top of the top. So if you're intimidated by like this drill, like don't be. These are just the people who made the finals round. Who is that guy who qualified for everything up to blue last stream? He's skilled with that blade at M1. That is Trey Davidson, and you're going to see a lot more of him coming up. I am working with him soon, and so you'll see him soon. But he's been with the community and doing stuff for the community for a little bit now. His latest project is really cool. Follow the Drill Republic on Instagram. He's making colored bayonet handles that go right in the bayonet handle thing. Really, really cool. So Trey Davidson. You're going to hear a lot about him in the next, like, year, I would think. Tomorrow I'll tell Kenny we were talking about him. Definitely. Kenny's great. I think he's going to go really, really far. I cannot wait to see him eventually at Worlds. I love his motivation. I love his attitude. And I love his skills. You know, a lot of people aren't making red sling these days. And it's really awesome to see him, like, bust through the curriculum in actually kind of a short span of time, right? I was in Canyon in November, and he's already burnt through orange and red since then. Like, again, that's an incredible time frame. I'm expecting people to red sling in like 2-ish years and maroon sling in like 3 or 4. Like, he's making good time on the curriculum. Heading out soon, so send it on Messenger. Just rate it out of 10, maybe a free critique or 2. Yeah, I'll check it out eventually. If I don't, I'm sorry, but sometimes I get like free time and just sitting on the couch checking my Messenger, and I will pull through some stuff. So send it my way. Samantha made you go on. Samantha made me go on with my watch. Oh yeah, you know, like, people bring up you having your watch, and like I actually don't think it's that big of a deal. It just looks like a wristband. It's black. It fits your uniform. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Did any judge write anything about it or take off uniform points? Because I think you're fine, right? You'll go to blue this week. Hey, Oscar. I love it. Next stream for qualification purposes is going to be March 27th. That's what I got. So I can get you white, yellow, and orange right away. And then... All right, we got Reese got second. But yeah, red and above has to be on live stream or live. And blue and black have to be filmed if it's live. Hotel wristband is green and also on. Yeah, the hotel wristband might be the one that's out of place. But hey, my camera can't pick it up. You can't chill with the watch, just doesn't feel good. Parker, I got like my Apple Watch, and I've got insurance on it, but I actually put like the trick sets here on it. Like, you can see all the little... So sometimes you'll see me checking my watch. I think it kind of goes blank or whatever. You can see me like checking my watch while I'm drilling. That's me like checking the set lists that's like on my watch. It's the only watch I can wear in general. No judge wrote about it, yeah. Dude, these judges did not look at the uniform like at all. Me and Andres were talking about it. I love that, by the way. I just want to point that out. It's such a solid one. Me and Andres were talking about how these judges like did not look at the uniform stuff. When I was in Canyon, you wanted to test for yellow, but it was last day. I was there, and I needed the right hand and two in continuous. So you had to wear this two in like 45 minutes. So, all right, here's the thing though, right? If you're teaching yourself, it takes a long time. And if you have someone there who can like live edit, it takes a lot less time. That being said, you guys out in Canyon were like really fast learners while I was there. Like even comparatively to like, you know, what other places that I live teach. But I think Drill Dojo does that cool thing where it's like, okay, I have to learn this and I have to learn it now. And sometimes like people learn much faster under pressure because like their brain just like lights on. I know I learn better under pressure. It's like when doing like random tandems. I've seen random tandems. For those who don't know, all right, let's backtrack a little second. We got Army Marine Corps Nats on Thursday, National High School Drill Team Championship and Worlds on Friday and Saturday, drill games on Sunday, non-affiliated with anything Sports Network International. This is behind the Hilton, just drillers getting together. When you book your tickets, SNI will have no information about this. When you book your hotel, when you set up your registration, make sure you are available Sunday from like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't just get on a plane and leave. There are drill games happening sponsored by Rifle Flow World Records with Nariah Guerin, rfworldrecords.com. You're going to be able to win some money. I think it's $700 prize pool. I think he's going to buy some pizza for everybody. We're going to have friendly competition. Drill games is happening this year on Sunday, even though there's nothing else going on Sunday. Okay? Keep that in mind. One event that typically happens is called Random Tandem. Random Tandem is pairing two random people together and having them make a tandem. And they have 15 minutes to do it. And I have seen some tandems come together for random tandem events that are better than like people who have worked on it like the whole season long. That time crunch factor, if you tell your brain like I'm going to do it, it just does it sometimes. Parker, I don't think you noticed the last video I sent, but while doing a back and forth, I lost some stuff on your Class A. No, I didn't notice you lose any uniform stuff. But it happens. But also, like, sometimes I don't acknowledge things that are, like obvious, I guess. Like, if someone drops, I'm more interested in, like, what they were trying to do and how it would be, like, plated and presented than, like, a drop if I'm doing a critique, you know? So I might not have just mentioned it, but I didn't notice anything falling off the uniform. By the way, thank you to all my patrons. I have one light here, and I got it for Christmas, and they are going to be providing a second light, so I don't have, like, I could put them a little bit further away and look really nice without having shadows on my face. So these lights are pretty expensive, and I just want to say thank you and that I appreciate my Patreon supporters, because it lets me buy stuff like that that's, like, just a little too pricey for me to feel like I can afford it. And it covers that spread. So thank you to everyone on Patreon who is here today. And thank you to everyone who just enjoys the content and watches the videos and makes the best of it, because that builds my videos up and it gives me a lot of exposure. And that opens up a lot of opportunity for me. So thank you to everybody who's here and everybody who uses the videos. Nice. Oh yeah, the handshake. That's one of those details that a judge might not like because they won't get it, but the drillers will get it. Brando's drill is insane. And the dude is like the most humble dude I've ever met. And he'll deny it because he's humble. It's amazing. I hope he crushes it this year. I have no idea what anyone is planning this year. Did I see Suchi in 2018 when he missed the catch and hit him in the back of the head? Absolutely. I definitely saw that. And he picked it up and did it again, and it was incredible. Yeah, I like Suchi Lin a lot. That whole Taiwan group was really, really cool. They always got a... what is it called? Like when you rent a house instead of a hotel? An Airbnb. That was pretty close to the venue. I got to hang out with them a couple times there. I got to play on a guitar that was like the light of Taiwan. Very cool. So, like, this is, like, the world's experience, like, Masters level, or not Masters level, but finals. You get all 8 judges, so all the judges from all the pads here. That was cool. Typically, there's not actually that big of an audience. We've always struggled with, like, how do we get an audience? But, you know, it's kind of a little bit light. Just so anyone who's, like, wondering. Come and watch. Come and enjoy. Like, check out the finals round. Like, check out the people who made it all the way through. How did I come up with the Chupacabra? Zyko had the Zycotic, so that opened up the door in 540s. And I'm not a power drill. I don't do behind the back power catches. But I realized that I could do a 540 into a flow trick, and I was living in Hawaii at the time. This guy wins, by the way. So I was living in Hawaii at the time, and I had like a lightweight drill rifle, and I was like, does it work? And I threw it enough times to find out that it worked. And that was actually like, this was October of 2015. So that was when I started crafting like, all right, like, instead of going bladed, which I had done for 2013, 2014, and 2015, I was going to go stub for the first time. And, like, I had resolved to be like, this is what's possible. And I spent the next 5 months working on that trick. And I was still only catching it, like, 80% of the time. But it really was just, like, doing some math and not wanting to do a zycotic that hurt. Attendance should be definitely better this year. Not just with WDC and Nationals being next to each other, but like this was still the year of like COVID restrictions, right? A lot of people were making a lot of decisions based on COVID. Like I had 1 vaccination shot before Worlds, and I got my 2nd vaccination shot after Worlds. So like these shots were still like hard to get, and people were still like uncomfortable in spaces. So people weren't being allowed to come and watch these things this year. But if you're able to make it, it's free entry. If you're just going to come and attend, free entry. You just walk in and start enjoying the shows. And you'll never find better drill competition than this. yeah, does this work? Let's go find out. Pretty much sums up my entire like approach to finding new tricks. But then there's some tricks where it's like I knew I wanted to do a 6 because I was able to do a sextuple for a while. And as I was working, I did that count off segment in rehearsals for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6 used to be like really hard. But once I started getting the 6 down, I started realizing like, hey, I could catch the 7. I threw the 7, I would say 4 times before my show. And as a matter of fact, during rehearsals, I did not throw the 7 at all. I think I threw a 6 one time during rehearsals. I threw a quint every time, and I threw a 6 one time. Never threw a 7. I wanted to make sure it hit as much as possible in 2016. That I just skipped it until I was on the pad. And when I was on the pad, I actually thought I might have been able to hit an 8. That was my definite peak. But I was like, I've never thrown an 8. I'm not even going to try. Like, this is... So, eventually, I'd like to throw an 8, but we'll see if that's even, like, in the cards, like, period. You'd like to see someone do a bladed septuple. Yeah, no, that already happened. Shane Humphrey. That dude's a beast. I'm definitely not the first person to throw a 7. I can confirm that 100%. If anyone has the... Yep, okay, slap bet 7. Look at slap bet 7. I'll put it in chat. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Oscar. Slap bet 7, is it? Bladed 7. Shane's not even that big of a guy. It almost upsets me. Again, another, like, prodigy who just kind of, like, walked away. Just stopped. I don't know what it is, because, like, it doesn't... I've never had the urge to, like, walk away. But so many people do. Yeah, Trey was incredible. Oh, it's me. A lot of this was based off of Coast Guard Honor Guard sequencing. In fact, my coat here was my Coast Guard coat. And it was stripped down of all of its badges and patches and ranks and everything. And just kind of reused for this purpose. I don't think I ever want to drill in a coat again. It's like the worst experience. North Carolina boys? I mean, I'll always be a Florida boy. I lived in North Carolina for 2 years. You're talking about someone different. You talking about someone else? You did a solo in PTs after doing a bunch of push-ups and pull-ups. You could barely throw your doubles after that. Dude, in 2018, I did a solo, tandem, tetrad, and then solo finals round. And you'll notice that my solos prelim and my solos final were slightly different. I walked onto the solo finals pad like cramped up and not able to throw anything. Because it was in my overcoat and everything. So I feel your pain. Definitely not an ideal situation. Oh, okay, you're talking about Shane. But yeah, no, Corey, Tyler, Shane. They are, like, built different. I didn't know Shane was from North Carolina. That's why I didn't understand your reference. I did get a drill with Tyler, like, once or twice when I lived in North Carolina. That was cool. Does wearing a coat, military uniform help with the appearance category? Theoretically, yes. Always depends on the judge's preference and how you use it and how you wear it. But theoretically, it helps with appearance. They require it your last comp. A lot of Army JRTCs definitely require it. I don't know why. I think the other uniform, the short sleeve, is better, but it's definitely not like the best experience. Alright, so let me give you a little, like, again, a competitive tip here. You always did better than you think you did. This mistake here, this triple left, I thought was the biggest, most obvious mistake in the world. And it barely looks like anything. So always remember, I thought I like juggled it and fumbled it. Like, I played it up in my head so much, and then I saw the video and I was like, really? That was what it looked like from the outside? So just remember that. The mistakes you make always feel much, much worse than they actually were. You got here Naraya. Naraya's routine slaps. Absolutely slaps. You're wearing the double OTH, so to me that one looked clean. Yeah. Double OTH is, that's a scary jump. That is a very scary jump. Here, give me just a moment. I'll be right back and grab something to drink. Get your popcorn out. Also, I realize now I forgot to register between videos, so we're going to register after this video. Make sure I register for the World Championships after this. I'm going to walk you through the process, show you how it's done 20 minutes from now, live registration. It's going to be great. Let me know if you have any questions about Worlds, like how it works, what the structure is, what the format is, what can you do, what can't you do, how can I register. Definitely want to get on it. Also, yes, this is an Imperial Star Wars hat, just in case you were wondering. OTH exchanges are definitely possible, but it's one of those tricks that's like, you get one opportunity to learn it, and that's it. If you, it's one of, like, you need to be really, really, really competent at OTHs with your partner to do it. And it would be one of those where, like, you would throw and swap places. I don't think, like, throwing OTHs around each other is a good idea. In fact, I don't think OTH exchanges are a good idea. And I'm going to explicitly discourage you from doing it. Because the only people I know who have done it have drilled for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. And drilled as a unit for more than 1 or 2 years together. As professionals. So, as a comment on whether it's possible, absolutely. As a comment of whether you should, absolutely not. Fearson, welcome in, welcome in. You missed drill. Good news. I got a place for you to start drilling again. You remember watching a lot of videos and learning a lot of movements years ago? It was so much fun. Well, dude, welcome into the stream. In this whole stream, we're talking about the World Drill Championships. And the World Drill Championships is where you can go as a post-high school driller and just drill and be with the community and get back in it. There does not have to be an end to your drill career. It is not something that, like, you have to even go into coaching for, right? You can just drill forever. We got professional teams in the community. We got teams that are still being built. You can go as a soloist. Like, it just takes you as one person. So if you're looking for a way back into drill, you let me know. How do I get a drill rifle? How do I register for World Drill Championships? Where is it? When is it? I got all those answers. You let me know, man. You don't have to be good to keep drilling. Like, again, it's one of those things, like, whenever you sign up for competitive sport, one person will walk away the victor. One person. So we're looking to get worlds up to like 40, 50 people, right? That means there's going to be 39 to 49 losers, technically. The reality is everyone's a winner. And like that, I'm not just saying that, I'm saying that because, like, drill is one of those activities that is about drill. It's about us and the activity. So, I mean, come on down to Daytona. Check it out. But, like, if you're just marching from corner to corner and throwing doubles, we're happy to have you compete. Like, you don't... I was second to last place my first year competing. Last place dropped twice. I didn't drop at all. So, by skill, if you count the... If you took out the points of the drops, I was last place. You don't have to be good to start. And you don't have to be good to end. You just have to show up and drill, meet the community, hang out with people, and cheer. I don't want to, like, move away from Cameron, but just cheer with everybody, right? And let everyone else cheer for you, too. Like, it's just that simple. Yeah, Fearson. A lot of people don't know. I'm trying to get a lot of marketing out for the World Drill Championships through streams like this. Most people think you have to be high school ROTC, college ROTC, or military to do this. And the reality is, almost nobody you've watched is anything but a civilian. We've got doctors in training. We've got Amazon warehouse stock workers. We've got people who work for Glendale as like civilians just doing that. Timothy Hutchins is old guard. Reese is also old guard. But a lot of these people, myself included, like, I did Coast Guard for 4 years. I've been drilling professionally for 13, you know? So, but the thing about the post-high school drill community is that we are, like, actually a community. Like, actually a community. I think the one thing I hear the most from, like, outsiders who are, like, just visiting is, wow, it's so weird that you all work together instead of trying to sabotage each other. Because a lot of other sports have the same sort of, like, showmanship thing. They're sharks to each other. They sabotage performances. They try and get in their head. They're not supportive. They don't help each other. Like, people watch, like, equipment break on the pad, and, like, 4 people stand up to try and help them out. Drill is one of those incredible sports of, well, first of all, you don't have to be related to the military at all. But the people in it are phenomenal. The opportunities in it are phenomenal. Chances to give back, chances to just enjoy yourselves. Having that community, especially the older I get, the more I appreciate being a part of the community. That's where it's at, man. And there are people who are just a part of the community. We're talking about, you know, videographers who just like filming and sharing. Judges who just like judging. Spectators who just show up every year and spectate. I've got friends on all of those fronts. That's how deep the community runs. Howdy! Jim Bob Joe Briggs, welcome in. Shadow Wolf, I don't think I welcomed you in earlier, but welcome in from earlier. How's it going? How's your night been? It is almost 11 p.m. here in Tampa, Florida. Sun's been down for a hot minute. Doing a watch party here. Only another 10 minutes to go on these videos. Then I register for the World Drill Championships with me and my friends. And, yeah, it's a good time here. It's so cool. Is there, like, drill practices I can attend for this? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little rusty since you last drilled. Well, where are you from? If you're from a couple of very key locations, there are a couple places you can meet up. A couple people I can try and get you in contact with. If not, in the last 2 years, I started a project called the Drill Dojo. Check it out. www.drilldojo.com. And what that's going to do is it's going to tier how to get better. It's going to show you what tricks to learn and where. And it's built off of martial arts. So how it works is you start at the white sling level, right? Instead of belts, we use slings. So you start at the white sling level and move to the black sling level, all the way through. And there's 8 different curriculums in between. And you film yourself doing these tricks. And I review them and certify you, and it all gets put online. You'll see it on drilldojo.com. And so if you're trying to like unrust yourself, what you want to do is go through each curriculum until you find tricks you can't do, and you want to like film yourself, get certified and get qualified, and then it'll be like, okay, I know all the tricks here but 4 of them, right? And so you'll start learning those 4 tricks, and learning those 4 tricks with like the other 6 that you would know allows you to tier up and scale up appropriately. The Drill Dojo is all built in like a logical form. So something you learn early in the curriculum will apply later in the curriculum. And that's going to be a really good resource, not just to like learn, but to de-rust, right? For nationals, all you have to do is register and show up. That's correct. Once you're registered, your name will show up on the sheet, and you got to show up and compete. But, you know, wherever you're, like, that's it. You can go around wherever you need to be. You can vend, like, go with the vendors, check those out. You can, like, roam. You can, like, leave the Ocean Center. Like, you just got to register and show up. There's nothing else to it. Have your uniform ready. Have your rifle ready. Be ready to drill. Missouri. If anyone's in Missouri and has a place to, like, link up and drill, reach out for sure. I don't know of anyone in Missouri, personally. But, let's see. Yeah. No, I don't know anyone out there. One thing for me, I could do a lot of the tricks and stuff, but I struggled with making a scenario, like what to do for the performance. That is the hard thing. You can always steal other people's routines, or at least patterns. We all struggle with routine construction. And I think the big thing to remember is, like, you're not going to go out to win. You're just not. You shouldn't be thinking about that for your first year. You should be going to go. Even for your second and third and fourth year, you're competing against people who have done this for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Or like me, who's done this for like 13 and have made finals like 8 times, right? Now, I'm not doing a solo this year. I'm going to a TikTok cycle, so every other year I'll be doing solo from here on out. But that's what you're kind of up against. So you can run up to the middle and do your tricks and don't think about routine construction. What's important for the growth of the sport is just getting people motivated to join the community. A lot of people get intimidated because, you know, they look at people like Tyler Smith, who's 30 years old and done this since he was 14. And they worry they won't be able to, like, keep up. And it's like, well, if you keep up, if you actually keep coming, like, you totally can. So that's kind of my advice there. It's like, don't stress it. If you monkey drill, we're happy to have you. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, we need the numbers on the pad, and we need the community to grow. And that's all there really is to it. Shadow Wolf. So I'm attempting to learn the Fire Knife double, but can't seem to get my wrist to toss it. Any tips? Yeah, that's like, if you are working it off the wrist, that's going to be a lot harder in a lot of ways. Try and work it off the thumb. You want to put that pressure on the thumb, so as you're turning it around, your thumb's going to be what torques it less than more than your wrists. I think a lot of people miss how much their thumb is involved in a lot of tricks. Kansas City area. Okay, semi-close. I don't know, not good. It's all good, man. If you get a drill rifle, if you have a drill rifle, just get qualified on the dojo. It's all the videos are made to be like used on your phone, so you can just go out in the field and like learn right out there. So the community's grown a lot, and the resources for you to use have grown a lot. And yeah, you'll be able to connect with people in Daytona. So if you end up going to Daytona, it's going to be April 14th, 15th, and 16th. 16th is unsponsored, like sponsored drill games, but not by SNI. And you're going to find drillers from all across the nation and all across the world there. So if you just want to come and hang out this year, I definitely encourage you to do it. Shadow Wolf was the one that tried to do an over the head over someone's Statue of Liberty to me. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, I don't like that. Close to Maroon, you either Kiwi or J-hook. Kiwi is a weakness of mine. A lot of people don't know it. If you ever get me in a drill game, DRILL, it's like horse, but for drill. Uh, do a kiwi. I won't be able to hit it. It's the weirdest thing, but huge weakness for me on kiwi grabs. J hooks, I got J hooks. I can do J hooks all day. J hooks are like not too bad, but when you're learning them, they hit your back a lot. So I can see where you're having problems with both of those. Yeah, Fearson, definitely stay with this. In 4-ish minutes, I'm gonna go do a live registration of Worlds, and I can give you guys all the rundown on like what to do, what to expect, like how to book a hotel, what you're gonna want to look for, what the schedule is. I'll give you the whole thing. J hooks are cool. I have a lot of trouble with double J hooks. For some reason, I like droop hooks better. That cross plane J hook. For some reason, I'm like 1,000% more consistent on those. Awesome, Jim Bob. Go look for the Drill Dojo stand. I'll be vending out there. And I'll be doing, I negotiated a little small pad. And so we got a little community pad. And I can do live test outs right at the booth. I'm very, very excited for it. I have in fact learned the J hook, attempting to progress it. Okay. Yeah. J hook's definitely cool. How did I come up with the Chupacabra? I saw Robbie Zyko doing his Zycotic, and I was like, I can't do that. That's a power trick. It's gonna like really hurt. I actually couldn't do any BTB power stops until I needed to for the dojo. So I figured out how to do it as a flow trick, essentially, and it turned into like a slightly different thing. And so I was like, "Oh, cool! This is it." And yeah, that's how the Chupacabra was built. I wanted a 540 that was like slightly like different than Zyko's, and I wanted it to be a flow trick. Drill Jungle 2.0, absolutely. I told Samantha, I was like, yo, I want to call this the Drill Jungle. She's like, what'd you call it? It's up to you. So, definitely calling that area Drill Jungle. I have no idea what it's supposed to look like or where it's supposed to be. I just heard I'm supposed to like it. And I'm sure I will, but... But yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I don't even know who all is in the area. But I'm very excited for it. I can't wait to set it up. I got a bunch of my slings already sewn. And a lot more coming. I actually don't want to do a lot of... I'm not going to tease them. I want you guys to stop by the booth and check out the slings for yourselves because it's really cool ones that I'm bringing along. All right, so let's register for the World Drill Championships. So, I believe it's worlddrillchampionships.com, but let's just do a Google search, right? worlddrillchampionships.com. You just do a Google search, World Drill Championships. And here we have the dates. It says the registration deadline is March 15th, 2022. I'm going to go off that assumption, so you have today and tomorrow to decide, but I think you actually have until March 31st, I think. Or, yeah. So, you might have longer than this, but I recommend getting registered and everything immediately if you really want to do it. Yeah, so real quick to acknowledge chat, normal price for slings. My sling pricing in Daytona will be as follows. 1 sling for $15. Buy 2 slings, get a third free. So you get 1 sling for $15 or 3 for $30. Pinned announcement from Samantha saying the 31st. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't checked it out. I'm all over the place. So it'll be the 31st. Either way, don't delay. Get registered right now. You're going to go to worlddrillchampionships.com. You're going to hit that registration button. I believe I'm qualified, but either way, I'm going to pay it. We're going to put my name, my birthday. I'm not going to put my real address here, just because I don't know who you guys are, but I work at Samantha all the time, so. We're going to be from Livestream, Florida. All right, I'll send her an email separately there. Also not going to do my phone number, but she knows who I am. And she has my phone number, so not really a problem here. We're going to do drilldojo@gmail.com. drilldojo@gmail.com. Obviously, you want to put your real information. They'll ship like pictures and score sheets and prize money and stuff to your address. But yeah, let me scoot on over to chat real quick. I was going to submit my Red Sling certification, but both my rifles broke in half. Parker, what kind of rifles do you have? You want to get an NGA stock. If you have a Glendale rifle, get an NGA. Get an NGA stock. They're unbreakable, and an NGA stock conversion kit. Your rifles won't break from there. That's definitely what you want. Your white sling is adamant on staying on your rifle. I love the white sling. Like, literally, the white sling is, like, such a clean look. Like, I'm kind of sad it has to be first. All right. So, we're following along. We got name, birthday. Birthday is to make sure you're over the age of 18 years old. Mailing address. Put in your real mailing address. Cell phone. Put in your real cell phone so they can contact you with information. Email address. Team, club, organization. Not really representing anything right now. Do current school. I am a student at University of South Florida. Drill experience in years. Let's see. From 2005 until 2022 is 17 years. Did I do that math right? Yeah, I did. Not ROTC. Am qualified. I don't have a code. I guess I'm not qualified. No biggie. I will be doing Group Exhibition Team 1 with my friend Nicholas Garcia. I was his coach back for a couple years ago. He took a couple years off, and we just kind of like decided we were going to drill together. And that's pretty much it. Back to chat. You got 2 parade rifles, parade-ready rifles a year ago. You contacted them. They say they paid for the high-impact one. Yeah, do I have a qualifier? Ludwig, if I have a qualifier code, can you shoot me a message on Facebook with my qualifier code? I've heard nothing about that. It would be nice to save the money. It freaking sucked because my black one broke in half in the middle of a solo while Naraya Guillermo was watching. Oh. We all understand, though. Like, we've all been there. He wasn't judging or anything. Unless he was, like, actually physically like the judge. I'm sure he wasn't. Just saying, Amber Bordeaux stock is on fire. Yeah, no, the Amber's one's cool. Gotcha. All right. Thanks for the code. I'm gonna pull this off screen. So, if you've never done this before, you're not going to be a qualified competitor. I am. We're gonna do that at the bottom. Obviously, I got to put in my credit card information too. I'm not gonna do that on screen, but Group Exhibition, Nicholas Garcia, Daytona arrival date. This is usually just for their high school stuff, but still important. I'll be there starting April 12th, and I'll be helping out with a lot of the setup and stuff. This is worlddrillchampionships.com. You can also do a Google search for World Drill Championships, and it'll pop up right here. You want to click that link and then click register, and it takes you here to this page where we've gone through and we've clicked up we've typed in our name We've typed in our birthday, our mailing address, our phone number, our email address, our team organizations, our drill experience. We've listed my partner, and I've selected my arrival date. And here, I'm going to sign using this pen. It's just literally you click, and it makes a line. And so today is March 14th. I am not under the age of 18. We're going to read the code of conduct. Obviously, we're going to read these things that we accept full legal and financial responsibility for our participation. Totally going to read them. Absolutely going to read the code of conduct. And just be an upstanding citizen before signing. 100%. March 14th. That's not the same page you're looking at? What do you mean? Not to be intruding or rude, but why haven't been to some of the drill meets? Not trying to be rude though. I don't have a team I'm coaching right now, so I never know when drill competitions are going to happen, and I actually don't follow a lot of the scenes, so I kind of keep to myself a little bit. Cause so like I'm a student at USF. I do a lot of I'm a master's student, so that takes a lot of time. Then I work at concerts, and those are like full day gigs, usually on weekends. I do merch. Then I run the Drill Dojo. I'm married, so I have a lot of time I spend with my wife. And she's a teacher, so when we get time off, it's on the weekends, and we spend all those time together. And then I just have 1,000 other things that go on all the time. So, but the bottom line is actually I've never invited. And because I don't have a host school, I don't generally feel comfortable showing up to high school events without having a stake in it and without having been invited. There's no option to pick what event. Well, okay. Your guys' pages really... Are you, like, messing with me? It really doesn't look like this? You might not see open registration because I didn't put in my qualification code because I'm on stream. I'm going to take this off screen for a minute and, like, actually fill out a little bit of it. If I put qualified here, it changes everything. You have to select here. If you don't select one, it doesn't show you the registration thing. Yeah, no, not personal at all. It's mostly just like I'm a busy guy and also don't know about it. I'm pulling this off stream so I can enter in that qualification code. I think I clicked away accidentally, so let me pull this back up. Yeah, okay, I pulled away accidentally. We got to do it again, right? So I'm here on the registration page. 2/9/1990. All right. So like we enter our name, we enter our birthday. You'll enter your real address. I can actually put, but I'm not going to put my real address here, mostly because Samantha already knows it, and I'm friends with the people who run it, so they understand. Put your email address, dojo@gmail.com. You can put your team, club, and your current school if you want. Drill experience. My experience is 17 years. I am a qualified competitor. I'm going to input my qualification code off screen. Thank you. Shout out to Johnny Ludwig. After you hit enter on that, if you are qualified, did pop up with some information, and then it kind of refreshed, but it says, what competition did you qualify? And then when I click it, it goes away. So I'm going to just hold that there. Let me put, my arrival date will be April 12th. Estimated time of arrival, we'll just do like 11 a.m. I do have hotel reservations. Don't remember where I'll be staying, actually. Let me look that up real quick. I can go ahead and pull this back on stream. Where will I be staying? Oh, there's no qualified for tandem this year. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So we'll go ahead and do no qualified for tandem. All right, cool. So we're safe to put this back on stream. So not qualified, group exhibition. Nicholas Garcia, shout out. Staying at Streamline Hotel. If anyone is staying at the Streamline Hotel, you'll find me there. We definitely read all of the things we're about to sign. We're going to date it for today. I am not under the age of 18. Follow this here. This is our code of conduct. Basically says you're going to be a good person. You're going to help everyone out. You're going to be awesome. And you really don't want to worry too bad about this signature. You want to make it look as close to yours as possible, but that's it. So there's going to be $100 for registration. I'm going to input, hopefully this like blocks it all out, but input my card stuff. I'm doing this off screen, but I'm inputting my credit card. Inputs my expiration date, and then I put in my security code, right? Just regular credit card stuff. I'm going to input my billing address. I accept the terms and conditions. Hold on. Come on. I accept the terms. I accept. All right. And then I hit complete registration. And it says there was a problem with my submission. Things have been highlighted below. This does not like to show on my iPad. Come on. All right, let me actually try a different monitor. I think it's having problems with the app thing here. All right. Okay. All right, that's a lot better. That's what happened. All right, so if you do everything wrong, it won't let you continue. It'll highlight what did wrong. And then when you finish, When you finish, you'll get a screen. You'll get emails, right? And you get a screen that says registration. Congratulations. You've successfully registered for the World Drill Championships. I got the email confirmation on my phone, and I am all set and good to go. Let me check over on chat real quick. So that's the process is. It would have been better if I didn't have to go off screen and all that, but yeah. I'm excited to see Jackson Rainwater compete too. Ludwig is not, because he's seen it 1,000 times. I was two, then he dropped. So did you. Both let me down. Ouch. Ouch. He's spitting out his frustrations here on live stream. Hey man, I'm not 2018 Natty champ. Could have been the 2022, 21. Woo Adam. Maybe Tandem. Rip the dream. I registered for Tandem. I'm all set. So that's going to be it for the stream here. I'm going to stay on for another few minutes. Let me know if you guys have any questions about what I just did. I can go through the registration steps again. Let me know if you have any questions about what the World Drill Championships is. It's for post-high school drillers. If you're still in high school, you want to do the National High School Drill Team Championships. That is going to be the high school competition. This one is post-high school. So you've graduated, you want to keep doing this. This is the best sport you can keep doing, I promise. Like, I've thought about it. I was like, what is the best activity to do after high school that gives you community, that gives you an outlet, that teaches you life skills, that is, like, enjoyable, that, like, approaches you wherever you want to be approached. Like, this is it. Stay with this. But let me know if you guys have any questions. We can close out on maybe a couple other drill videos. Let's see, what are some highlights? Oh, we can watch this one here. So Chris Rivetta I brought up earlier. This guy was just a beast. Oh, thanks, Ludwig. I really wish he stuck with it. This is someone who I wish kept doing this through the World Drill Championships. This is a high school driller. He won the Nationals in 2016. And I just, in my quick search, I couldn't find his video, but definitely wish he had kept with it. And he's one of many drillers who I wish would stay with it. If you've got a talent for this, if you've got a love for it, like, even if you don't have a talent for it, if you've got a love for it, stay with the sport. You could be last place. No one cares. We're just happy to have you here and in the community. Stay with us. Stay with drill. Retta 16 got taken down. Okay. What's a good 12, I think. Throwing down. All right. Kyle O'Leary is a high school soloist who did go on and then, like, only did, like, the one. And I wish he stayed with it. But this is from World Drill Championships. American Drill Report playlists. Okay, I'll check those out. But yeah, let me know if you have questions on World Drill Championships. This is actually high school. This is his high school one. It's still insane. He did one World Drill Championships routine. He dropped. He got like 5th place. He would have won without the drop, and he never came back. You're trying to convince a friend to do Worlds next year. Please, please, please do. They don't have to win. Most people who do this won't win. But what I'm telling you is that if you show up to compete, you are given a lot more attention to be with the community. And that's what really is important. Like, if you're competing, everyone is going to go out of their way to introduce themselves to you and see, like, who you are and what you're doing. Like, you're going to get your invites to a lot of different things that are going on around the Ocean Center and around Daytona. Like, competing is really the way to, like, get in with the community. I don't even recommend just scoping it out a year. Like, literally come and compete. And I appreciate you doing work to convince your friend to do World Drill Championships. Like I said, we want 40 or 50 people to do this, like, every single year. We've been hovering between, like, 20 and 30 for the last, like, 10. So the bigger this gets, like, we need more high school drillers who are coming into the world scene. We need more world's drillers who are still making it. Like, you got to get your hotel. You may not even need to get a car. If you can get a hotel, if you go to Independent Drill Facebook group and get a hotel with somebody, share a hotel, that'll be pretty cheap, right? Like, at $100 a night, if you're putting like 4 people in a room, that's only $25 a night. So do that for 4 days. It's $100. You get your plane. If you're flying down, you can generally find someone to pick you up. So if your hotel is close enough to the Ocean Center, you can get someone to pick you up from the airport and take you over to Daytona, and then that's free, right? If you fly through Orlando or if you fly through Daytona, and if you fly soon enough. So you could probably avoid a car rental that way if you need to fly in. Then registration fee, $100. Food, like, take care of yourself money. It's a $500 journey. All things said and done, like, if you do it at its absolute cheapest, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. So, all right, I think we are all set to end the stream here. Unless I get any last minute questions or inquiries. But I think this is it. There we go. He doesn't know about it because he doesn't think he can win. He is the guy who beat me both times. I told him, don't even worry about placing. Like, literally, that's the attitude. Tell him that nobody has ever won their first time going out, with the exception of the first time Worlds happening. Like, Robbie Zyko did not win his first time competing. And he wasn't even just out of high school. He had been, like, professional and done shows for a while since then. Like, it is not about placing. It is not about winning. Worlds is about community, staying with the sport, finding something that gets you, like, revved up and, like, makes you want to, like, work out. Who's someone who had a real chance at WDC but never competed in my eyes? Chris Rivetta, 100%. That's my number one pick for someone who would have shown up and swept for the next 10 years for as long as he continued to do it. So Chris Rivetta is my number one pick. He went on to become a bodybuilder. Drillers go on to do good stuff. They don't falter very often because of the skills that drill gave them. Kyle O'Leary is someone who did go on and never, like, only once, and could have won for a couple of years and never actually did. Then we got... We got Rick Caldwell did it for 1 year. Could have won. Ended up not competing again, and then disappeared from the scene. Another person who, like, absolutely could have... you're going to watch this routine, and it's going to have the Seinfeld effect, where you're just like, I don't understand what's super special about this. This was the guy who brought modern drill into modern drill. Rick Caldwell is very special to anyone who's my age for drill. And he had a real chance, but never stuck with it. A lot of times people do just want an out. But a lot of times people will do like 10 in a row, It just depends. I'm lucky because I'm from Florida, so the whole trip itself was never very expensive for me. It was a drive across the state, and I got to do it because definitely in college there were times where I did not have the money to do it even though I carpooled and stayed in a hotel with 8 other people at one point, that was still like a really hard like thing. But if you're competing, this dude made finals rounds this year. 2009 when this, not this year, 2009 when this happened, in a polo. If you're showing up in a polo and slacks, that's fine. Come out and compete. Come out and compete. Simple as that. I'm trying to think of who else that could have. I'm not actually a great drill historian. I don't follow a lot of like solo stuff and solo lore through the years. Most of the time when I go and compete, I watch a bunch of them. Look, there's me right there. But I don't like always track like what people are doing, and I don't usually revisit their videos. So people will mention people who are just like incredible, and I'm like, I actually don't remember them. I'm a little bit of a bad like resource for drill history. In some ways. In other ways, I'm a great resource, right? I've been in the community since 2009, doing World Drill Championships, doing drill camps across the nation, meeting up with a lot of people, so some things I know really well. Usually what people do on the competitive pad, I don't really track. I think most people are like me. They don't track what people do on the competitive pad. They just like, I like that they're out there. Whoever they are, whatever they're doing, like, thanks for showing up. Like, it's really as easy as that, as simple as that. Like, all of these little things were, like, brought to the scene by Rick. This dude is ingrained with drill history, whether he likes it or not. All right, I think that'll be it for stream today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't see a lot of questions popping up. I hope you guys enjoyed Rick Caldwell. I hope you guys learned how to register. I hope you guys are registering right now. WorldDrillChampionships.com. Hit this register button. Fill out the form. Hit submit. Complete your registration, and you get an email. It's ready to go. You got a lot of people from my generation of drillers didn't compete at WDC. There's barely a handful of people that are still actively competing, if like 2 or 3. What generation are you? But yeah, no, even at my level, it's just like a lot of us are going a couple in and out. Yo. We got to play Rocket League soon. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to see you, Jake. Oh, Bryson. Okay. Yeah. I would say like a couple of people stay in with the drill from each generation for a longer period of time, but hopefully that's going to change, right? Because there's a lot more resources now. There's a lot more reasons to stay in. Yeah. I don't know usernames very well, but I would like to see a bigger like group to stay. But we really needed someone to win the lottery and just like sponsor hotel rooms for World Drill Championships competitors. Like, if I wasn't poor, That would be something that I would do, is like fund everyone's trip down, but I'm poor. I'm in training to become a teacher, so I'll always be poor. Cats, appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Ludwig, appreciate the love. You guys are great. George, thank you so much. I really like that you learned from the videos. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, we miss GME. We're gonna be poor for the rest of our lives. We just gotta find the next GME. Maybe it's GME again. Who knows, right? Well, I don't know. We're gonna be poor forever. I already know. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Miss Dogecoin. Yeah. Bryson, I'm out to Daytona. Immediately. That's where we all want to find you. I'll hang on for just a couple more moments, see if anyone has anything else. But I think this is it. I think we made it. We did a good job. We got through stream. When was the last time I saw you, Bryson? 2019? Were you at? No, you weren't there last year. I feel like it was more recent than 2019. How are things, by the way? I hope things are good. No, we want you there in, like, person, not spirit. Yeah. The best way to stay in the drill game is through the World Drill Championships. Well, I guess the Drill Dojo is going to be a big resource to help keep you like growing and motivated, right? So you want to go to drilldojo.com as an individual, and you want to like go through the curriculum. And so how that's going to work is you're going to click here, and you're going to see like what tricks are listed, and you're going to learn them. And all of them have like videos attached to it. So you click in, and it'll pull up like videos, like how to do the position of right shoulder arms, right? And it goes through the curriculum. And what you do is you film yourself doing these tricks, you know, all 7 of these and then any 3 of these. It's like Boy Scouts. And you hit your submission box and you do first name, last name, and it'll be entered into the registry when you qualify. And then YouTube link, right? So as an individual, this is the best way to learn because it's built for you. Like, how do you get through these tricks? It's built for you. And then you want to go to worlddrillchampionships.com. I registered today. But worlddrillchampionships.com is where you're going to register for the World Drill Championships. This is a post-high school competition sponsored by Sports Network International alongside the National High School Drill Team Championships. It's a very, very official event, but it's also not very, very official, right? Don't go with the expectation to win. Don't even care about winning because it's just about the community. And you won't win your first year. Nobody has ever come and won their first year. You just want to come and meet the community and compete. You'll hit this register button here. You'll fill out all the information for competitor information, the arrival information. You'll read and sign these. This is just a click and sign, right? You can draw a little art here. Same thing here. Just whatever your signature is, click and sign. Click and sign. You pay the registration fee. It's $100, and then you complete registration. And that's how you got to stay in the game. Things are good. Army sending you all around. You'll be in school during Daytona. Yeah, that was a big frustration. I was always scary with the Coast Guard. It was like, I don't know if I can make it this year. I don't know if I can prepare. I don't know anything. I understand. Yep, join the Facebook group. Independent Drill is the Facebook group. It's got 3,000 members. You can't miss it. Independent Drill. And that's going to be a nice place to stay active in the community. Yeah, I don't know any drillers personally out in New Mexico, but that's sad. I'm gonna miss you next year, Ludwig. But have a good time this year. Everyone pops in and out of Worlds a little bit. I'm a bit of an exception. I've always kind of been like, I need this time off and I don't care about anything else. But a lot of people have like really true obligations like finals week or like things that they have to do that they just can't get out of. So, but it's fine. Like, that's why we need fresh competitors like all the time. We need people jumping in and filling those gaps and coming every time that they can. And like, community is 1,000 times better off for it. I try and like let people in the community know when I'm going to be places if I have time to like link up. Like, I drilled in California with all the California people. You know, wherever I travel, I meet up with drillers. And like, I worked College World Series for merchandise in Nebraska, and I worked with drillers in the area for staff, right? Like, all over the place. Like, the community is like just one of the best communities I could imagine, right? Noah's in Albuquerque? That's crazy. You're in Albuquerque? How did I not know that? You don't drill anymore. Dude, you like think about drill. For someone who doesn't drill, you think about drill an awful lot. Parker, yeah, next year you'll probably end up doing the Nationals. It's going to be awesome. You're going to have a really good time, especially if your progress keeps up the way it has been recently. You're going to blow everyone away. I don't think anyone's won the national side outside of Alt Arms as a sophomore, so you got a lot of work to pull. In West Mesa High School, True Forensic, I don't know if you've heard of us or not. Goalie is out there sometimes. I had no idea that was as big of a hub as it was. That's sick. Yeah. See, this is exactly it. Ask questions, come into live streams, go to the Facebook group. You're like, hey, who's out there? How can I connect? You'll find people. Like, it's a massive community. And if you're sitting there being like, I don't want to do it alone, but I want to do it, reach out to your high school friends. I guarantee there's another person who's like you in your area where they want to do it and they haven't done it in a while and they miss it, who is willing to like do that little pact thing and go with you. Like, full on commit. Telling you it's the way. All right. Oh, hey Steven, welcome in. We're just about to close out the stream. Been about 3 hours. 2.5. What time did it go live? It was like 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's been about 3.5 actually. You were so bad and it wasn't fun anymore. That's what you and a buddy do from a different high school. Yeah. No, finding people who are like close to you to hang out with and drill. The way to do it. The amount of people I've like met in high school and then like drifted from and then like they came back to the drill community, it's a lot. So. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here on stream. I hope you guys all register for the World Drill Championships. Since the registration date got pushed back a little bit, I think I'll be on again in a couple of weeks. Let me take a look at my schedule here. Well, okay, yeah, I have a qualification stream on the 27th. So we're going to do another little World Drill Championships powwow after the live stream on the 27th. And talk about registration again. So tune in on have your videos ready if you want to qualify before the 27th. I do live stream qualifications for red sling and above. You get graded live on the stream. So when you like succeed, we all get to celebrate together. After that, we'll do the World Drill Championships powwow. I'll remind you how to do the registration. It's going to be an awesome time. Find a way to come. I guarantee it's worth your time. All right, guys. Happy drilling.